this. Okay. Am I live? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, can anybody, I feel like if somebody was seeing me, you guys would have told me that you're seeing me, I'm assuming. Oh, wait. I think I can see myself through my phone. So I'm assuming I'm live. Okay, I see a little wave. Hello. I think I am live. I have no idea how long I've been live for. I hope you guys haven't been watching me. Okay. It was a very fun start to the live because I was gonna be using this Streamlabs, and so I tested this earlier this week and all good. Everything perfect. And then when I got to my laptop, I was like, I'm gonna come here 30 minutes early, make sure everything's all set. It asked me like, do you want to update? I was like, sure, I want to update. I shouldn't have updated because Streamlabs just stopped working. I was like, nope, your computer can't match the update, nope. So I'm on OBS, so I'm glad it's working. Okay, oh my god, there are people saying hello. This feels nerve-wracking. Oh my god, guys. I kind of thought this was gonna be like, oh my god, there's 52 people here. My grandma and my sister are coming in to say hi so that I wouldn't be alone. So I'm honored, I'm flattered, and I'm glad you guys can see me. Let me make sure. I am gonna get to questions, so think about your questions. I'm gonna make a post on Twitter right now to let everybody know that I'm live. And I started drafting it, but then I was like, it's 7 o'clock, I gotta go live. Okay. I have made the post on Twitter, and then I'm gonna give everyone on Patreon a little heads up that I'm live and we can start discussing all things Buffy. I have so much to say and think, and I don't even know where to start thinking, if that even makes sense. It's been a really weird day. Okay, my laptop is being a bitch. I hope my connection is okay. Okay, let me see. Hi, Enrique. I don't know how to say people's names. Thank you, Cartoon Science. I'm glad I'm live. We see and hear you. That's great, Brian. You're live. And still swap left to right. Okay. Hi. Hi, Roy. Hi, the 45th clown. I'm glad you see me. We're here. We're fine. Okay, we see you. Hi, Texas. Did you watch Angel season 4? I did. That season went like everywhere I did not expect it to go. So I'm still kind of shocked about season 4. Like, there was such a huge twist there that I was like, come on, I should have really seen this one coming, and I didn't. But it was an interesting season. I have so many feelings about Connor, It's a big milestone. It is. I feel so, like, this is crazy. I know that I'm, like, so dramatic, but matter of fact is I've been watching this show for 4 years, so it really does feel like a really big milestone to like finally finish it. It's 144 episodes that I have reacted to, so it's pretty freaking crazy. Hi Carrie. I'm so glad I made the live. I'm so glad you made it too, Allison. This is very exciting for me. Hi Fred. Hi David. Let's do an episode tier list. You are spoiling some ideas that I have. I don't know if I want to talk about it now. I do have, and I was gonna / still am going to talk to the people up on Patreon first to see if there's like interest in this, but there's definitely some content Buffy wise that I still plan on doing, which I was hoping I was gonna do like together with season 7, but I didn't have a chance to. So that would include both like watching some behind the scenes content, and I also have some idea for some like original content, which we will talk about later, but we can do a bunch of stuff in this live. We do it for Anya. Sean, we don't say her name here today. We don't say her name here today. Hi Shane. Oh, we're talking about Jasmine. Oh my god. I love Gina Torres. I just started Firefly and it's been actually really good. I must admit, I was a little bit afraid because, you know, sci-fi isn't really my thing, but thankfully I feel like I was able to be open enough where I actually really liked the show, and Gina Torres is just amazing and I'm so excited to like keep watching that. Both series had weird season 4 finales. Cartoon Science, I have been thinking about this, okay, because I was talking to my friend earlier about just Buffy finales in general, and I was telling her, like, I still do not understand Restless, and I am so freaking frustrated. Like, come on, I finished the show. I should be able to understand Restless, and yet I don't. I could not tell you what happened in Restless. If you're on my Patreon, I'm sure you are expecting another Restless rewatch, or if you aren't, please expect one, because of course I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode now that like I'm done with it. Oh my god, maybe this would be a fun one. If this whole live stream works, I'm not sure how well it is working. This could be a really fun one to do like as a live stream so that you guys can like, I'm not even kidding, like tell me like I'm 5 and explain every single thing to me, and we'll stop every minute so that you guys can be like, okay, this is what this means. Because when it comes to Restless, I have no idea what happened. Okay, wait 1 second. I realized I did not post about this on my, oh my god, guys, are there 70 people of you here? I feel like these numbers are like wrong because this is stressing me out. I'm starting to sweat. I know I like tried to promote this because I didn't want to be here talking all on my lone self, but this is starting to feel a little bit stressful. Give me 1 second so I can post about it on Patreon, because I am sure people forget, because honestly, I would forget. I was so worried I was going to accidentally nap today just because I'm, you know, a little bit tired. Today has been a very emotionally heavy day. I am live right now. Come say hello or goodbye. Okay, I am going to release this to the public. Publish. Oh, did it go right? Oh, okay. I think I posted the right link. For a second it was showing me that I was posting like a 24 reaction. I was like, I don't think that's what I'm planning on posting right now. I'm just making sure the link was right, but okay. Oh my god, comments. Okay, where were we? Sean, it's a crazy Brazilian. I don't know what you're talking about. There are like no Brazilians here right now. I don't even, what is Brazil? I'm unaware. Good evening from Canada. Good evening, Canada. I really want to visit Canada. I'm so curious what you think about Wesley and Faith in season 4. Okay. That's, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, 1 sec. Did it go through? I'm sure it went through, right? Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't post something I shouldn't have posted or something. Wesley and Faith in season 4. I mean, I really did love Faith's return to Angel. That was like super like, okay. Oh, things you're gonna figure out. My neighbors can be a little bit noisy. I really did love Faith's return to Angel. You know, and Allison Hannigan as well. I thought it was great that, I just thought it was great. I don't know. I feel like right now I have such Faith and Buffy in my head though, that I feel like the Faith appearance in Angel, as special as it was, I don't know, it kind of, I feel like I have an image of Buffy and Faith in my head right now. If that makes sense. I make no sense, but when do I ever? Okay, anyways. Well, we can talk about that later. Hello, I'm getting overwhelmed. Hello, Stephanie. Hi from a second Canadian. I'm sorry, there can only be one. You guys just fight it out, figure it out amongst yourselves. Hi from England. Oh my god, it's late there. Hi. Go to sleep soon, I hope. Anya is with Jenny now. Okay, Hunting Swan, do you guys know how I can block people on this live stream? I'm sure I can block people from commenting, right? Because, bye, Hunting Swan. That was mean. That was very mean. Okay, Enrique, one of the main goals I want to accomplish before I die is meet the Queen, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I felt that so hard. So hard. She is so iconic, though, that I don't think I would even be able to, like, go up and talk to her, because I would just not be able to speak. So, but that would be iconic. I get it. You and your restless obsession. It's not my fault. You know, the episode it's like you can't make a 42 minute long episode that doesn't make sense and expect me not to have questions about it. Of course I'm gonna have questions about Restless, guys, because I feel so stupid when I watch it. Your bestie Faith comes back. Yeah, David, we got me some Faith and I'm so happy about it. Genre doesn't matter when the writing is good. Okay, that's a really good point, Nina. I think that's what I'm really figuring out with Firefly. And I feel like usually I can do a pretty good job of being into genres that I'm like not, because I can understand where it's coming from and I can still find some appreciation, but just sometimes I feel like I can appreciate it a little bit more from far, and I really like to get into the shows, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. So I'm very glad that I feel like I actually got into Firefly. That was fun. I got lost in the comments. Hunting's Fun. Okay, hot take. Fans overprice Restless as foreshadowing too many things when a lot of it is just random. I would have to agree. I mean, sorry, I'm getting lost. I would have to agree because, to be honest, it kind of seems a little random. Okay, Hunting Swan, you're agreeing with me here, so I think you're allowed back in the chat. Okay, where was I? Gave up. Restless with commentary would be a fun watch. Yes, I have to watch the commentary track for that. I am just very afraid going into like my whole Restless thing. I'm afraid there aren't going to be as many answers as I want and I'm going to be left unsatisfied. That's my fear going into it. There's an amazing analysis of Restless on YouTube. Okay, how long is that? I'm very interested in watching. That would be a really fun one. And if there was like a short, because I'm thinking we can maybe watch a couple of like fan videos or whatever. We can watch some stuff in this live stream if it gets to it. But I feel like a Restless analysis would be a little bit too long to watch in this live stream. But I'm gonna need somebody, I need all of you to just start sending me links. Not right now, but I mean like for stuff like Restless analysis and, you know, interesting stuff that I wasn't able to see until now. I'm gonna need you guys to like go and send those to me because now I can actually watch stuff. Okay. Sorry, I'm already talking and now my throat's sweetie. Okay. You're in a safe space. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. 77 now for 7 seasons. Oh my god, Steven. 7 whole seasons. Can we believe that I actually stuck through for 7 whole seasons? A part of me was like, what if I never post the finale and just keep everybody hanging? I don't know. I think that would have been fun. Keenan, I was worried about you going into this final Buffy reaction because of what was going to happen to Anya, but you must know the actress actually asked for this. She insisted on being killed off. Okay, we just had, I was going through my Discord right now and I saw that there's actually some controversy about this, and I wonder, because they were saying like, yes, this is like a well-known fact, except is there a basis to it? I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to like go meet Emma and ask her herself. That does make me feel more relieved in a way though, when you know that it's like the actor's choice. I feel like it's very different than somebody being killed off when like it's not their choice. Oh my god, guys, I'm falling way behind on comments. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. I didn't realize I was going through this so slowly. Okay. The best way they could have ended this series by ending the town, says Darren. I mean, if you're looking for an ending and if you're looking to like leave things in the past, I would say yes, for sure. Hi from Newport News, VA. I'm really looking forward to your finale reaction. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. And the stream started 7 minutes ago. Okay, Steven, I think we really got those angel numbers going on. The cheese man was essential, not. I fucking hate this cheese man. I'm gonna need somebody to explain to me what the hell this cheese man stands for, because I refuse to believe it's nothing. I refuse to believe was just to remember that in dreams spirit elements appear. This can't be it for you, cheese man. I had so many high hopes and dreams and like seriously genuinely thought that the season 5 big bad could be this cheese man, so I refuse to believe. No. Anyways, okay, Texas says Spike knocked that Sunnydale sound for the 3rd time. That's very sad that Spike knocked down the Sunnydale sign for the 3rd time. Ouch. Ouch. Sean says you have nearly 13,000 subscribers, 77 viewers isn't that many. Listen, to me, 77 people feels like a lot. I am being totally for reals here when I say that the reason I've been talking about this live stream in my last few videos is only because I genuinely assumed it was going to be me, my grandma, my sister, and maybe my roommate if she felt bad enough for me, because she would hear me like talking to myself. So I'm very shocked about 77, and it's a little bit freaky. By the way, if you're looking for another series to watch, I strongly recommend Babylon 5. I have heard of that. I have heard of that. Very interesting. Hi, Marlene. Okay, Restless is probably the most overanalyzed episode due to its randomness. I just don't think about it because it'll just wreck my brain. I'm with Roy here. I completely agree. Could anyone get through watching The Body without bawling like a baby? Me, Darren. Obviously, I got through The Body like such a champ. You wouldn't believe it. I'm from Italy and it's 1 a.m. here. Damn. Nick, come on. Go to sleep as well. That's crazy. Also, I love Italy. Oh yes, Babylon 5 is perfect. And Dark Angel for a shorter show. Is that a show? Dark Angel? Now I'm gonna have to Google this. Okay. Sorry, I was texting somebody back. Is that a show? I had never heard of this show. I'm intrigued. Okay, that one I'm gonna have to research because Babylon 5 I feel like I've heard of. Okay, hey from Canada, Quebec, hello. Just after midnight in England. Damn guys, there are a lot more Europeans here than I would have given myself credit for. We can't go to sleep, you're keeping us up. I'm so sorry, Sean. This is probably not gonna be that long of a live stream. I'm afraid of saying this and then it becoming, but I don't think it's gonna be that long, so. Do you like Faith and Robin? Because I like that she has someone to go off with now. Hida, that's a very interesting question because I feel a little bit weird about it just because I think that we were setting up Robin and Buffy so much that in a way it feels weird to bring Faith into it. But I do have to say that one of my favorite moments in the finale is like the surprise that he gives her. I hate how much that got to me, but it kind of did. I was like, wow, that's really cute. And like, he's making her laugh and she really seemed to actually care about him there for a sec. So I think that maybe it's one of those couples, and I'm trying to think of an example of this, but I feel like there have been couples where I saw like the beginning stages and I wasn't like too intrigued by it. But then the more that I saw, the more it was like, oh, we might have something here. So I'd say that like right now I'm not the biggest fan, but I think they have enough potential where I could become a convert. We just didn't have the time to explore that because the show, I don't think it got canceled, but it's over. So, you know, I'm so upset. Anyways, hi, loved watching you watch Buffy, my all-time favorite show. Sending good vibes from Nashville. Hi, Nashville. Hi, Treya. I also highly recommend Babylon 5. Damn, guys. Okay. So many people talking about that. Also, True Calling. Isn't that one? Am I going crazy? Is that the one with Faith? True Calling. I feel true. I can't write true. True Calling, I think. Yes, the one with Faith. Okay, that one I'm gonna have to check out. And I am seriously considering rewatching Dollhouse just because I watched it like a while ago because Amy Acker reasons, but I wasn't really paying so much attention. Kind of like Angel, you know. And so I feel like rewatching Dollhouse could be interesting. I met Anthony Head, I can never say his name, and my accent starts coming out. In case you can't tell, if I'm like mispronouncing everybody's names, that's just because my accent really comes out when I'm saying names because I never know if I should go the Brazilian way or the American way, and then my brain short circuits. But Transgem1 says I met Anthony Head back in 2001. He was lovely, and that makes my heart so warm. He seems like he would be an absolutely lovely guy. Carrie Ann says, another Canadian here, hello. And then Dr. Lipkin says, since Firefly is such a short, says short, but I think you mean short series, any idea what will come after it? Oh, okay, you corrected yourself right in the bottom. So after Firefly, I think I am considering... A part of me is like, do I want to say it or do I want to keep it a surprise? I believe it is going to be Veronica Mars. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put it out in the open. It was number 2 on the poll, and I thought about doing another poll and letting people pick from there, you know, like, because Firefly I think is going to take, I think it's 13 episodes, right? So about 13 weeks. But to be honest, I might just stick to Veronica Mars because it's a show my best friend has been trying to get me to react to ever since I started doing these Buffy reactions, and I know that a bunch of other Buffy reactors are actually also doing it, so I feel like it's sort of becoming a little bit of a follow through, and I love Kristen Bell. It feels like it would be a show that I would like, so I'm considering Veronica Mars, or I'm considering putting up another poll and just letting people decide in case, you know, their minds changed, but we'll see. We'll get a little bit closer and we'll figure it out. Which season of Buffy is your favorite and least favorite season? Enrique. Favorite? Season 5, for sure. That season, what it did to me, just what it did, period. I don't think anything can beat season 5. I think season 6 got close, but I think season 5 is like a whole other level of television, and I hate to say it, I think season 7 was my least favorite season. I feel disappointed to say it because listen, season 5 and 6 were like so good. Like even though I don't think 6 was like as good as 5, it was still like freaking amazing. But season 7, there was something about it, and I'm gonna try and like give it some thoughts because I want to do like, obviously I'm going to do a wrap up video for season 7 like I usually do, and I guess it's going to be a little bit more of a like general wrap up video, you know, since we're going to talk about the show as a whole. So I can't exactly pinpoint all the reasons season 7 like didn't work for me, but I think it was like a bunch of small little things where unfortunately season 7 didn't hit as hard. I think we started off pretty strong, but then somewhere along the way I think it kind of lost me a little. Hunting Spawn says I can stay. I'll think about it. Watch True Calling at some point. Eliza. Is it Eliza? Eliza? Definitely want to watch that one. If there's interest in doing, like, in me reacting to that, please do let me know. I would consider it. Okay, Stephanie says, I agree with gave up reactions to the original Restless. Oh, or Passion of the Nerds YouTube analysis would be fantastic. Okay, listen, you guys have to tell me what you're interested in because I never know what kind of stuff I should like do on my own versus like just pop open a camera and just do it with you guys, you know, because for this type of like behind the scenes stuff, it's not that hard to do it with you guys because I don't think it like takes that much for me. I think reactions are a little bit more time consuming because I have to actually like think about the episode and then find what I want to say about it. But if I'm just watching an analysis, I feel like that kind of feels easier in a way, so it could be doable. Passion of the Nerd is about 30 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. 37 minutes, 25 seconds. Okay, okay. Steven is a mood. He says, with Restless, if there aren't enough answers, just make some up. So true. TJ says, Babylon 5 is another superior example of writing for sure. Another landmark series. Love you to do Xena. Okay, I have been hearing about Xena as well. I believe it is gay. That is what I know about it. I'm honestly gonna add, I have this little app, I've talked about it so many times, it's called TV Time, where I add shows to watch. You guys are talking about Babylon 5 so much right now that I'm gonna add it to my list so I can like look into it later, because that's way too many comments about a show in one live stream. I have added it to my list so I can further research once we're not, you know, live. Okay. David says, I find Restless and Tabula Rasa a connection to Giles and Spike on the swing set. Oh, and then thinking they're father and son. David, thank you. Genuinely thank you for the first Restless answer I have gotten in like, I don't know, 2 years since I watched that episode. Thank you. Okay, I will take it. That's an answer. I will take it. Okay, Ian from the Passion of the Nerd made analysis for many episodes, so look it up here on YouTube. I have heard about this Passion of the Nerd, but I've always tried to like avoid anything Buffy related, but I guess now I don't have to, so I guess I'm gonna have to go check it out. Whatever Buffy analysis you need, Passion of the Nerd is your channel, as others have said, no more spoilers for you. Gosh, that's very sad. I want there to, like, this is gonna feel weird to say, I want there to still be things to spoil. I don't want this show to be over. That's very sad. I'm gonna ignore that. I have decided that sadness is not the vibe for this live stream right now, because it just, I'm sad. Okay, Dr. Lipkin. Hi, Doctor. It's weird to me that Tony had uses different accent for Giles and that James Mercer's based his Spike accent on Tony's real accent. Really? Okay, well I don't think I've seen many of these actors outside of Buffy, other than Allison Hannigan, of course. I saw How I Met Your Mother, and I Know What You Did Last Summer with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh, I did watch Ted Lasso with Anthony Head, but I have to say, I must pay attention to the accents. That's very interesting. Bonjour, millionnaire. Bonjour, comment ça va? Are you aware of everything Joss and the woman of Buffy? Oh my god, trans gem. Yes, I saw that come out, you know, when Charisma posted about it, and I was freaking fuming. And it's such a frustrating feeling because, like, I've mentioned this like a billion times, but I studied screenwriting. I have such an interest of going into exactly this area that he is in, of being a showrunner and creating something as incredible as Buffy and Angel. So, you know, I feel like I had already, the good part is that going into the show, even before those allegations came out, I feel like I had already heard about him not being a good person. So my expectations, I never really saw him, you know, as like a good guy. So that's good, because that would have been such a disappointment, because, you know, film-wise, he's definitely someone I would love to be able to look up to. You know, it's like the same thing, it's gonna sound so silly, but with Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon, because I loved the shows that he used to do, so he was such an inspiration for me when I was younger about like the kind of content I wanted to create. And then it turns out he's like a total weirdo, and I was like, guys, that's not nice. So, you know, it's just such a disappointment, but I really try, and like, I've tried to not let it cloud my enjoyment of Buffy, you know, because I don't think they had the best time filming this show, and that makes me very upset. But I try not to get too hung up on that, because otherwise I'm just gonna get so pissed off, you know what I mean? Cheese Man is about cheese. Gives you odd dreams if you eat it before bed. Okay, I've heard that, but the amount of times I've had pizza before bed, I don't know if that works for me. Tillo is by far my favorite lesbian couple. Oh, Enrique. I think they're like top 3 for me. I think maybe they would only be tied with Sanverse, which is from Supergirl. Alex and Maggie, they were very special, but Tillo for me, oh my god. I wear the cheese. It does not wear me. Oh boy. When will the reaction be on YouTube? There's a little face. Soon, I hope. I have somebody helping me out with doing the Angel reaction, so I've been trying to get through them a little bit quicker. So hopefully, as soon as I can, you know, I'm hoping to get into a schedule where I can start posting weekly again, and then that would, you know, we'll get to it eventually. According to Joss Whedon, the only thing in Restless with no meaning was the cheese man. Joss threw it in to make the episode more dreamlike. Okay, John. Okay, so John's being the devil's advocate right now, because you guys were telling me, you know, some of you guys were telling me the episode doesn't make sense, and then now you're saying maybe the episode does. So now I don't know who to trust, what to think. Okay, Kanak. I'm so saying your username wrong, but we're just gonna like lean into it, okay? Okay, thank you. Cheeseman was confirmed nothing. Okay, but I read somewhere a fan theory, okay, that cheese represented the Slayer line, and it made too much sense to me. Okay, please send that to me. I love it. Cheese is Buffy. The cheese man explains the relationship between each character with Buffy. Okay. Other than Restless, what are your other essential episodes? Do we mean essential as in like my favorite? Oh, I feel bad that I'm behind on the chat, because even if they respond to me right now, I'm probably not going to see it right now. But do you mean essential? I'm going to take essential in the sense of like the most meaningful, you know, because I would have to say, I mean, the body to me is definitely high up there. Hi from one Brazilian to another, oh my god! I love your reactions, especially because you love Tara as much as I do. Obrigada! Eu adoro ver brasileiro no meu canal, porque a galera de vez em quando só percebe que eu sou brasileira porque eu começo a soltar uns palavrões, né? Óbvio, quando levo susto, então... Adorei! Oi! Okay, oh no. I lost myself. I lost where I was. Okay. Joss, okay. Stephanie says, Joss said the cheese man is supposed to be nonsensical, but many fans have very detailed interpretations. Straight up want to listen to all those interpretations so I can see what I can take and believe it or not. Dark Angel with Jessica Alba. Oh, I didn't realize I was with her. Interesting. I was just watching Hannibal. I've only watched season 1 of Buffy. Okay, Liz, I've heard a lot about Hannibal. I don't know if it's my kind of show, but I'm definitely curious about it. I feel like Domi would enjoy Farscape. Ooh, I don't think I've heard about that one either. Okay. Were there any dramatic moments from Buffy or Angel that did not land in your opinion? I do have to say I feel very conflicting feels about Buffy and Spike in this last, you know, maybe this whole season, I think. So I've been going on like a back and forth, and it's so weird because I love Buffy so much. I think they're such a great couple. I think they have so much potential, but I feel like the writers went too far on 619, and I think they tried too hard to redeem Spike sometimes, you know, just like him being the one who does the sacrifice right now in the finale. In some ways, like, I get it. In some ways, I'm like, I feel like they're trying too hard to make me forget what happened in 619. But then at the same time, they have some scenes that make me like want to rip my hair out because I'm like, oh my god, you guys are like insane, you know, because I ship them so much. So it's like, I would say that relationship feels confusing to me. So there are some moments in between them that I don't know how to read. Congratulations on your completion of Buffy. Thank you, Lord of the Hyenas. Say hi to Floaty for me. Sean, last time I said you posted a short video, something like an hour and a half long. Okay, you don't need to drag me like this in front of all these other people. That sounds like me, yeah. 100 people, oh my god. That's crazy. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, Lost and Wonders. I just wanted to say, I just view Restless as a way for the team to explore their inner struggles, much like dreams do. I just realized I should be reading these better, because you guys aren't reading the chat with me, right? Good things to learn while you do a live stream. How lovely. They say, I just want to say, that I just view Restless as a way for the team to explore their inner struggles, much like dreams do, while being a vessel for the First Slayer to give Buffy a message. Agreed. But what pisses me off a little bit about it is that I was waiting all of season 7 for this, like, what do you call it? Like the setup, like I feel like they were setting up the story of the First Slayer and the spirit of the First Slayer and talking about the Slayer lineage. And I know we talked about it a little, but I feel like we didn't talk about the origins of the Slayer as much as I expected us to, or at least not in the way that I expected us to, if that makes sense. One sec. Okay. I agree about Faith and Robin. Not the biggest fan, but they were only the beginning. They could have had potential. I'm glad you agree. Okay. You aware of the issues with James and Michelle and the creepy song he wrote about her? Yeah, I have a friend who keeps me up to date about certain things, and that was told, and I am a little bit disturbed, yes. True Calling is what Eliza decided to do instead of the potential Faith spinoff. Ooh, so that means I definitely gotta watch it, because if that show kept me from having Miss Faith, then I must watch it and see how good it is, because it's gotta be a good script for her to want to do it. Did Dollhouse have an ending? Statistic, I fear you are asking the wrong person. I don't even remember which episodes I saw of that show. I don't think I saw all of it. Oops. I second Farscape. It's Moby Dick meets Buck Rogers meets Star Wars meets the A-Team meets Heavy Metal Magazine with Muppets. What? I have no idea what that means. Like what to expect. Okay, J Rose 0812. I hate Xander's eye and that Anya died, but it does make the last few episodes in the finale have more weight and importance, and the Spike arc at the end. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I feel like I am so upset that Anya died. I think that's the, like, I'm so pissed off. But at the same time, I feel like maybe the finale wouldn't, like, if nobody died, because for Spike, I'm gonna say a spoiler, okay? I'm gonna give you guys about, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. I'm gonna ramble about nothing right now, just so that, like, if you haven't seen Angel, you can just, like, skip ahead or something like that, because I'm so terrified of spoiling it for somebody else. But the Spike story arc definitely hits, but I know that he's coming back to some extent. I honestly don't know how, because I don't trust my memory. I know I've seen this man, so I know he's gonna show up an Angel at some point. So I feel like if they undid that death, like if Spike was the only consequence in this like big battle, like the biggest battle they've ever had, I do think it would have been a little bit disappointing. So as much as it's like horrible to lose Anya and I'm so frustrated, I think there had to be a cost. I just wish it wasn't her though. I am upset. Dollhouse would be fun too, even if it's a rewatch. I'm definitely considering it. Ooh, somebody doesn't like the Dollhouse ending. As long as everyone's suggesting shows, I'll once again sing the praises of Hercules and Xena. Kind of have to. I have heard about it and I'm very intrigued. I met Claire Kramer back in 2001. She signed my DVDs and sweetly commented on my shirt that said, "Demon." I love that so much. She looks like she's a cool woman. But again, I feel like I know nothing of this cast and I'm actually so excited. But oh, I should do that now. I can finally follow them on Instagram. Do you guys know how exciting that is for me to actually be able to, like, you know, follow the actors and actually get to know who they are? Because, you know, I just go off vibes, kind of. Okay, Lost in Wonder says also Buffy is my all-time favorite show. Was super happy to see you realize the same. Another fantastic show to watch would be the original Charmed series, if you haven't seen it. I have not seen it, and my plans right now, like I said, so I guess we're just embracing it, are to possibly branch into Veronica Mars post Firefly, but I am very curious about Charmed. I would say that that's like the option right after Veronica Mars, so I am on to you, Charmed. I am definitely on to you. I think I would love that show. You should watch The New Guy. Faith is in that movie. Ooh, okay, okay. How long have you been living in the USA? Nothing else matters. I moved here August of 2019, so sort of 5 years, sort of not, because I went back home for a while because of COVID and I spent most of last year back in Brazil as well. So on and off for 5 years. Did you watch Sense8? Okay, Didier, I started Sense8 because it feels like my type of show and I was sure I was going to like it, and I watched it with a friend through, I think, like Zoom or whatever. Not Zoom, I think it was pre-Zoom. Like, we watched it together online, and I think I watched a good part of season 1, and for some reason I couldn't get into it, which is so weird because it feels like it would be my type of show. But I think I just have to give that another try. Like for Sense8, I feel like there are shows that maybe it's just not the moment for it, but I think I would definitely be willing to give Sense8 another try. You know, that's cool. For some reason I thought it was canceled abruptly before ending. Oh, I think we're talking about Dollhouse. What's your, I'm glad they didn't do that from Buffy. Okay, Ed Banger, that's easy. Killing Buffy. That was my biggest fear going into the finale, because I could see them trying to like kill her off in the last episode just because of the gift, and how like as soon as I posted the gift, every single comment I have ever gotten about that episode, every single one of them, they can say something and then they say like, this was supposed to be the series finale. Every single comment. So I was like, they're trying to warn me. Like, they're definitely trying to tell me that this is going to happen in the series finale. I had convinced myself into thinking that Buffy was gonna die, so I'm like very glad that they didn't. Veronica Mars makes sense as a follow-up. I support this fic. Okay, that makes me happy to hear. Speaking of Veronica Mars, another great show with Kristen Bell is The Good Place. I love The Good Place, Nikamon. I love it so much. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen. I feel like I don't want to talk too much about that show because I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen The Good Place, my life is not that entertaining. So like, leave and go watch The Good Place like right now. I'm not even kidding. David says the Earth is definitely doomed callback. I'm so glad we got that callback. I really am. I was waiting for a sort of like emotional tearjerker moment and it got me. Love Veronica Mars. Okay, makes me so happy to hear that. Season 3 is my favorite. At this point, are we talking Buffy? I think we might be. Season 3 is a great, this show is so freaking great. It's a great season. Okay, also since Jeff Davis is a huge fan of Buffy, check out Teen Wolf. You can see the influences he took and his storytelling is great. I have seen Teen Wolf. Okay, so see, it's very interesting. I I think I missed, because I am a little bit younger, I think I missed like Buffy and Veronica Mars and Charmed, so I only got like the new versions of them, I want to say. So I have seen Teen Wolf, like I have seen Vampire Diaries and stuff like that, and I did really like Teen Wolf. That was fun. They even did a convention in Brazil where I was the moderator, so I was like up on the stage translating their panels in real time. I was shaking. It was one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done in my life. But that also makes sense, because isn't Jeff Davis involved in Wolfpack, which is Sarah Michelle Gellar's new show? Oh, I saw Sarah Michelle Gellar in something else. I watched her whole Wolf show. I'd rather not talk about it, but I watched it. We hit the century. 100 viewers. Damn, Sean. That's stressful. Dr. Lipkin, gonna be weird for Domi to see Elias from Person of Interest as Veronica's dad. Really? Okay. 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 Season 7 has a lot of boring episodes, TBH. I was not the one who said it. The chat said it. I might agree. 6 and 3 were best to me. I get that. Chosen is amazing though. So empowering. Yeah, it was a good finale. Underwhelmed from the final season of Buffy, average. I can't speak. Underwhelmed from the final season of Buffy, average season 7 reaction. Yeah, I think season 7 as a whole, I think the finale was like good, but as a whole, it does feel a little bit underwhelming, just because 5 and 6 were like so flashing lights, like incredible, mind-boggling. Very much need Charmed to make it in at some point. It and Buffy were my two favorite shows growing up. They're both iconic for their strong female characters. I do love me a strong female character, so that makes me even more excited to watch Charmed. They had to leave room from the comic books. Okay. On top of recommendations to watch Passion of the Nerds analysis, now that you don't have to worry about spoilers. I need you guys to stop saying that, because when you say that, my heart sinks a little. That makes me very sad to not have to worry about spoilers. But they said, I think you'd be interested in the podcast Still Pretty about the show too. Okay. Podcasts are something I never got into, so that could be interesting, because I have yet to find a podcast that has like actually gotten me into it, so I'm intrigued. Okay, but it's not ideal for reacting since it's a podcast. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Stephanie says, I agree with you. 7 is my least favorite. I think the writers got overwhelmed wanting to hit too many stories and plot points, and everything got too diluted. Empty places and follow-up story. I completely agree. I feel like the last season of any show is like so hard to write for, though, that I empathize with them. I get it. You have 22 episodes to wrap up something you've created for like 6 years. It's not easy. So I understand how hard it is, because there's so much that like they've talked about and they have to decide what they want to follow through or not. So I understand like both points of views, you know. Sorry. Okay, Texas. If you were watching the show on your own rather than reacting, would you have kept watching to the end? When it was first broadcast, I quit after season 6 and didn't see season 7 until Allie's reactions. Oh, that's very interesting, Texas. I really like that question, because I do have to say, and I think I've made this clear, season 7 was a little bit disappointing, but and this is just a me thing, I have a very hard time quitting shows. I don't know what it is about it, but when I'm watching something, I kind of want to follow through to the end, even if it sucks. You know, I think that there are some people who think like, oh, if the show's getting bad, it's better to just cancel it. I'm the kind of person who like, I'm too emotionally attached to it, so I would rather see a bad season than not have it at all. So I think I would have followed through anyways, just because I would get a little bit OCD about not finishing it, so I think I would have had to follow through. But I would have probably watched it like either very slowly because I couldn't get into it, or like in one day to just get it over with, you know. True Family. I have season 1 and 2 of True Calling. I recommend it for sure and would love to see you react to it. Okay, this stream has been a very enlightening in regards to like the future of my channel, and it's giving me ideas. Okay, Roy says, since you're a budding screenwriter, would you like to join the writing team of a possible Buffyverse sequel series, if there was one, And what would be your ideas? Oh my god, Roy. Way too many ideas. First of all, we're gonna find a way to like reverse the death in general, so that we could have Anya and Jenny and Tara and just join all of them together. But I do think it would be very interesting to actually get to see Buffy take on this like new role that she's about to take on, you know, because with there being multiple Slayers, that feels weird to even think about or say. But with there being so many Slayers, I think Buffy would take a little bit more of like a management role, I almost want to say. It would be interesting to see her like with these kids and like how would she go about finding people. So I think I would want to do like see a continuation and work on a continuation of that, of Buffy finding her groove when it comes to like helping these other Slayers. I was gonna say potentials, but they're not potentials. Okay. This is funny. I'm watching you for maybe a couple of years now and I didn't realize you're from Brazil, and I'm watching from Macapá. You're really good, by the way. Oi, Eduardo. Tem muita gente que não percebe que eu sou brasileira. Eu adoro. Eu rio alto. Carrie says, OG Charmed is great. It's so great to watch. I have heard so much about it, but you guys need to stop hyping up shows so much, because then I'm not going to want to react to it, because I'm not going to want to wait. And so next time I do a live stream, you guys are going to be like, oh my god, Charmed reaction's coming out when? And I'm going to be like, I watched the whole show. I'm so sorry, because I'm going to want to binge it. Okay, Divya says, hi, sorry I'm late. Hello and welcome. Ed says, if Domi hasn't watched Angel season 5, Passion of the Nerd, we'll have light spoilers. Finish both Buffy and Angel first. Okay, that is a really good point, and I appreciate that. I guess there still are some spoilers out there for me. I think I know, like, I have seen season 5. I know the basic beats, but I have no idea how we get there. So I think I'm probably gonna hold off until I watch that. Ash's real accent is closer to how he speaks in Band Candy. Okay, well, maybe that's gonna be my rewatch for tonight. That's interesting. You're good in French. Oh, that disappeared, but I promise it was there. I'm not crazy. Or I could be making it up. Who said that? Where is my French friend? French. There we go. Thank you, Didier. Okay. Tara is the best being imaginable. So true. And she is coincidentally in love with a woman. Blind cheering for Tilla because they're the same sex always did favor to them, since it reduces the relationship. Well, listen, to me, I was just so excited because I had heard about Tara and Willow like so much for so many years, because I know how groundbreaking they were to television. So to me, I was just so excited to be able to get that, because I love supporting queer relationships, and so it makes me so happy. I don't know what to tell you. Willow and Kennedy, thoughts? Okay, that's an interesting follow-up from talking about Tara. Okay, Asgard Loop. I feel so bad because I was really into Willow and Kennedy at first. I think I really talked myself into wanting Willow to let go of her grief and to move on, and so to me I really saw that as Kennedy. So I was really into them for like a whole beat there where I was like excited for them, and then it started getting a little bit more serious and I was like, oh, this is really hard to watch. So I feel bad, and I think maybe if we had more time to explore that relationship, similar to, you know, Robin Hood and Faith, maybe I would have warmed up to them more. But to me, I feel like they peaked and I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And then I was like, oh, never mind. I don't think I can do this. It's just too hard, because I know it's mean, but I can't help but compare her to Tara. And I know it's mean, okay? Don't come yelling at me saying it's mean. I'm sure, like, I'm prepared to post season 7 and have people screaming at me about Kennedy. I know I'm being mean to her, but I really can't stop thinking about Tara. I can't control it. Kennedy doesn't deserve all the hatred she gets. Oh, she has hatred. Okay. Are you aware of the real life stuff that had been going on with Nicholas Brendan? Yes, I heard. That made me very upset. I don't think he's had a great life, like adulthood. I don't think he's doing very well, but I feel like a lot of these child stars aren't, which makes me very upset. Tran says, if you've heard about Nikki's behavior, does it impact how you view Xander? No, it doesn't. I mean, I had heard about it, but it definitely doesn't impact how I view Xander. Because to me, an actor and a character are so different, you know, and to me, Xander is always going to be Xander. And I feel like everything I heard is always very superficial, because I never actively go out looking for information because I don't want to get spoilers. So everything I've heard about like the cast has sort of been like secondhand info. So it doesn't impact though, because to me, Xander is like totally different. The Body is the best hour ever filmed. CVSP22, that is a fact. Fun fact, Xander, for a while, was based on all of the things Joss didn't like in himself, while Oz represented who he wanted to be, even though I'm not too fond of Joss. Interesting. I could see that. I think I could see that. And I love that Oz is like, you know, who he wants to be. I miss Oz so much. I've really been thinking about him this week because, oh, I don't want to say it for people who aren't my patron, but I've just been really thinking about Oz this week. I'll try to shut up about Spike and Spuffy because I have too much to say and I can't do it in a chat like this. No, I'm curious. Better late than never. Okay, so true. Hope to see this uploaded tomorrow. I'm in the UK. It's just gone midnight and I have to sleep. Ted Book Devourer, I hope you have a good night in the UK. I will think about leaving this available to watch tomorrow. I feel like it might be a little bit cringe, so I'm not sure if I want this deleted off the internet forever, but I'll think about it. In Italy, it's 1:35 a.m. Tomorrow is Saturday. Nikamon, I believe tomorrow is Sunday. Unless I'm getting this wrong. Sorry. Okay. I love True Calling. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to watch it. I get it. I'm gonna have to. Just a Fox 305, there's a book series called In Every Generation that takes place in today's time about Sunnyvale High and Willow's family. Really? Okay, I'm gonna write that one down. One sec. If I don't write things down, I forget about them. So In Every Generation. And is it any good? Have you guys read it? I see it. Ooh, I'm intrigued. It has a 3.9 rating, but that's okay. I've read worse. I'm screenshotting it so I don't forget. That's very sweet, Horizon Peak. Thank you. I really enjoyed your reactions on both Buffy and Angel, and I always admire your views and opinions. Thank you. Dr. Lipkin says Farscape is a space opera produced by the Jim Henson Company. James Gunn took heavy inspiration from Farscape, hence making Guardians of the Galaxy, except Farscape uses amazing puppets for its aliens. Okay, interesting. I still have to watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Rip Anya. Alex, don't write that in the chat. That makes me very upset. Anyways, but agreed, they had to lose someone significant in this kind of battle. 12:40 a.m. here in England. Wow, I cannot believe there are like actual multiple people from the UK here. As someone who usually goes to bed at like 8 p.m., I'm shocked. Another show to put on your list, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It is a Team Whedon masterpiece. Brian, yes, for sure. I am going to react to the pilot of that show because I promised after show reacts that I would, so Shanna, have not forgotten. I will react to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was our deal, and it will happen. But I really do want to react to that show as a whole, because I've heard a lot about it. But how similar to Marvel is it? Because I'm not a huge Marvel person. I think it is sort of like Marvel adjacent, so I'm going to need you guys to tell me how Marvel-ish it is, because I'm curious. Okay, I don't remember if you watched the original Roswell, but if you didn't, it can give Buffy vibes, but with aliens. Ooh, I haven't seen it. I've heard about that in Roswell, New Mexico, but I haven't seen them. Also just realized my name is a bit harder to say over and over. You can just say Wonder if it helps. Thanks, Wonder. I probably will. Okay, Ed Banger, were there any moments you wish would have been written differently for Joyce Summers, or anything you'd change about Buffy's mom? That's an interesting question, and I have to say, I was just rewatching the pilot like 2 days ago, and I remember my overlasting impressions of season 1 being, I didn't really like Joyce. And it was interesting because it was only after I did the table read with all my reactor friends that I like actually started caring for her, because I got cast as Joyce, so I was like, maybe I gotta empathize with, I guess, me now. But you know, looking back on it, I think Joyce is actually very different than who like the first time I watched it, I think I had an interpretation of Joyce very different than who she is. Because I think that there's a quote in the pilot, and I caught it because I think that's what made me like uncomfortable last time, but I feel differently about it. But I think she says something like, oh, Buffy, like you just fell in with the wrong crowd, but like it's okay, we'll fix you, something like that. And I think that just made me a little bit frustrated, because I was like, I don't think she needs fixing, or like, I don't know, the way that she was talking to Buffy, I think it had frustrated me originally, but I think it didn't once I rewatched it and once I followed through with the other seasons. So I don't think I would have really changed much for her, other than I would have definitely had her have more cups of tea with Spike. We were talking about that somewhere. I think I read a comment somewhere about Spike and Joyce, and that made me upset. I enjoyed True Calling too. Okay, I'm paying attention, Alex. I'm paying attention. Nikamon, Domi, I'm glad they didn't kill Buffy. Hey, I've died twice. She has, but only twice, not 3 times, and I will take that as a win. Okay, Roy says, after Buffy, you should watch the film. Never mind. I stopped reading too soon. You should watch the film I Saw the TV Glow, which is about 2 friends who have a love for a cult TV show. Not only it's a love letter to Buffy, Amber Benson is in it. Okay, we will add that to my list. I Saw the TV Glow. Okay, what year is this from? 2024? Oh my god, it's with Phoebe Bridgers? Am I looking at the right? Oh my god, Amber Benson. Okay, I am watching this for sure. Oh no, that looks creepy. I will consider watching this very strongly. I thought you meant I should watch the Buffy movie, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that, because I gotta watch the Buffy movie. The Good Place is awesome. I agree, Alex. Enrique says, I met David, and James, and almost passed out. I get it. I think I would too. Oh no. Okay, Batista PA hates me because they just said Ghost Whisperer. It would be so funny if my ex-roommate was watching this, but I am freaking terrified of that show. I don't know what to tell you. I am okay, like, with supernatural, but ghosts kind of cross a line for me that I don't really like. I don't like ghosts. I don't vibe with ghosts. Because that show, to me, she, like, fully forced me, like, sat me down, held me, and made me watch the pilot's episode, because she was like, you're gonna love this, and you're gonna love Jennifer Love Hewitt. And granted, I do love Jennifer Love Hewitt. I could not get into Ghost Whisperer, also because it was so sad. You're talking about death every episode. I thought it was devastating. Asgard Loop, are you planning to do a character ranking tier list at some point? Bem, se você falou em português do nada, meio percebi o sotaque carioca. Carioca da gema. É, todo mundo fala do meu sotaque. Back to English, yes. You guys are like having these ideas that I've already had that were going to be a surprise. So I guess everybody who's watching this live stream is pretty much getting some videos spoiled for them. Because yes, I am planning on doing that. Liz says, Interview with the Vampire is a really good show. Okay, Liz, let's be honest here. Is this Lexi? Because Lexi, which I'm sure most of you know from reacting to Buffy, has been trying to get me to watch this show. She is like on a mission. And she's almost succeeding. I'm interesting. One of the next shows that you should watch is Dexter. I agree, because I heard Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to be on the new one, so I think I might have to watch the OG one. Okay, they completely changed the time period in the Interview with the Vampire show, I heard. Ooh, I don't know. Marco says Tara was supposed to be Endgame. She is in my heart, okay? Rich says, question about Becoming Part 2. Oh, I am screwed. I remember Becoming. We're fine. Do you think Xander's motivation for telling Buffy kick his ass was Xander's angel jealousy? Ooh, was Xander's angel jealousy? Or him being afraid Buffy would lose if she didn't go all out? I'm gonna be honest here, I really think it was jealousy. I think Xander has definitely changed. I think, what was it? Was it 401? Or was it, yeah, I think it was 401 where Xander comes back with his like, what would Buffy do chat. That's when I saw a different version of Xander, and I love it. But I do think his motivations in the beginning of the show, definitely a lot of jealousy there, which, how can I blame him? I would probably also sabotage anything and everything to be with Buffy, so I try not to judge. But yeah, I think it was jealousy. The Good Place podcast is worth listening to, says Sean. Which one? Is there like a official one? I'm actually not sure. Ed Banger, still pretty podcast host, is married to Passion of the Nerd, Buffyverse power couple. Ooh, interesting. There's a Wondery Buffy Rewatcher podcast going on right now, which started pretty much after Buffering the Vampire Slayer finished, and Slayer Fest is good too. Oh my god, how many podcasts are there? And are these podcasts doing like rewatches, or... Rich says, will you be reading the Buffy Season 8 comics? Okay, somebody's gonna need to explain to me what exactly these Season 8 comics are. I heard of like the Season 8, I think people were teasing me about it right now on Discord, but then I went live and I actually never really saw what it was about. So is this like real continuation of the show and comic version? If so, I think I have to. I do have a comic over here. Oh my god, I'm finally going to be able to open it for the very first time. Over here, I bought this little comic book because I loved the cover, but I was too scared of spoilers when I bought it, so I never actually like opened it. So I'm very excited because now I actually get to do it. Oh, that's exciting. Maybe I'm going to do that in like a second once I get through this comics. Oh, I didn't know they got married. Okay. At this point, I fear I'm behind on comments. I have no idea who got married either. Did you know that Allison Hannigan and Alex Denisov are married in real life? Okay, maybe my comments, the internet is fucked up. Because maybe that was the opposite. But yes, I did know. I knew that before heading into Buffy, and I love that fact so much. I love it. I love it. Steven says, speaking of podcasts, have you heard the Good Place podcast hosted by Mark Evan Jackson? Hilarious. Okay, so maybe that's the podcast Sean was talking about. I have not. That's interesting. Okay. I fear you guys will have to make me into podcasters because there's so many podcast recommendations here. Asgard Loop says, Season 7 sacrificed a lot of character moments and development for the sake of plot. So that threw me off a bit. That is also why it's my least favorite. I mean, I didn't say it, but I would have to agree. Alex Wright says, and I lost where I was again. I'm doing not a great job at going through these comments. Where were we? Gender jealousy, definitely. Okay, I think Alex agrees with me. Nigamon says, I feel you about not wanting to quit shows even when they are becoming bad, and also binging the bad ones so they end quickly. Yep. Ensure to watch the original Charmed and not the reboots, because unfortunately the new is really not as good as the original. God damn it. It never is, right? But also, I don't care. Where's my Buffy reboot? Can we get this going? Can we do this? Thank you. Ed Banger says, if you could reverse one death from Buffy, who are you choosing? Ow! Ed! Why am I being attacked right now? The first one that came to mind was Tara, because that death hurt me so much. I'm so torn though in between. If it's for me, Tara. If I'm thinking about, if I'm thinking about the show, also Tara. It's because what I'm thinking is that like I think Joyce's death impacted the show more. I think what it did to Buffy, I mean, I know that we saw how much Willow suffered over Tara, like trust me, I know, I was there with her, I was feeling all those feels, but what the body did to Buffy, I can't pick. I would bring half Tara and half and half Joyce, but I think if I had to pick it, for selfish reasons, it would probably be Tara. But I really do love Buffy, and if I was as selfless as her, I would have said Joyce. You should watch the film Chance with Amber and James. Ooh, both of them in a movie? Okay. What year are we talking about? Is this like recent, or is this like post Buffy, like shortly after? Marco says Buffy season 8 and 9 are ... interesting, insert question mark, but in a cool way. Okay, I'm intrigued. Peter from New Zealand. I recommend Orphan Black for all the Buffy fans here. Don't know if it's suitable for reactions unless we here have already seen it. I have an entire shelf dedicated to Orphan Black. It is a little bit hidden and a little bit dark. I have a Orphan Black Funko collection. Those were the first ones that I got, so I have all the little characters, and I have 2 books. Thank you, Sean. I am a huge Orphan Black fan. I love it. I actually just went to go watch Tatiana Maslany in a play like last month. Love Orphan Black, love her. So I second that recommendation. I really wanted to do reactions to the new one, Orphan Black Echoes. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet, but I really was thinking about doing reactions because I would have loved to. Okay, Wonder says, yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar took time from screen to raise her children. She's married to Freddie Prinze Jr. from Scooby-Doo. I know what she did last summer, and her first project back was Wolfpack. Oh my god, I didn't realize Wolfpack was her first project back. That's so exciting. But yeah, I heard about her and Freddie. I still have to watch Scooby-Doo. I think I'm like the only person in the history of men to have never watched Scooby-Doo. I mean, I haven't seen I Know What You Did Last Summer either. No, I did watch that one. The one I didn't watch was Cruel Intentions, but Scooby-Doo is like on my list. Okay. I don't know if you've been asked this, says Keenan, but did you know that Eliza Dushku, I probably butchered her names in ways that people have never heard, but again, I've never heard her say her own name, so I don't know how to say it. But anyways, that she was offered her own Faith spinoff but turned it down to do True Calling. Oh boy. So I think I heard it like through the grapevines. I don't think I have like the full info of it. I wasn't aware that it was like an actual show that was going to happen, or if it was just like something that was like in development and might be picked up. How far were we into like the development process? But hey, I get it. If you get stuck in a character for so many years, it doesn't help you when you want to go out there and do more. So, you know, I understand why she would pick, you know, trying to do something new. David says, Queen of the Slayers book by Nancy Holder, fun read. Book continues the story after season 7. And is this like a legit continuation, or is this just someone writing a continuation like how they saw fit? I'm curious. Enrique says, I'm gonna be honest, I was never a fan of character of Kennedy, and I was also not a fan of her and Willow together because I just didn't really feel any chemistry between them. I mean, I think I saw some chemistry in the beginning, but then at some point, I feel like they were trying to almost like substitute Tara. I think there were just some moments in the last few episodes where Kennedy's all like, I'm gonna ground you and I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna, you know, be your connection. And I feel like that's what Tara was doing for her. And so that didn't really sit with me super right, maybe. Okay. Alex says, I presume you heard about the recent Audible audio series, basically in the style of a radio drama written by Amber Benson with many of the original voice actors. I have, and I am so excited that I can finally listen to it, because I remember when it came out, I think, I can't remember where I posted, but I asked people like, hey, is this something I, like, you guys would be interested if I, like, found a way to, like, react to it, or, like, can I even listen to it? And then I was told no, because it's spoilery, so I'm excited that like I finally get to go into it now, because I love Amber Benson. I think she is such a great writer. I read the first book of her, which is Echo Park series. Really, really interesting. And then now I actually just started her new series, but I'm only like 10% in. What was it called again? I just started listening to it like this week as a coping mechanism. I was like, oh my god, it's time to... I saw that she was the one who narrated the audiobook, so It's called Death's Daughter. I am 11% into that book. I think she's a great writer, so the fact that there's Buffy content out there written by Amber Benson sounds like a dream. Love her. Okay, Marco says Xander had to die instead of Tara, in my opinion. Ooh, Marco's coming in hot. Marco. Damn. I get where you're coming from. I don't know if I can argue against that, because in a way, I think if we had lost any of the core three, Xander, Willow, or Buffy, I think that would have broken me. But at the same time, I think of how broken I was with Tara, and it's like, can you break me more than that? I don't know. So I feel like, knowing these writers, they could maybe make Xander's death worse than Tara's just because of what he means to the group. But I have such a personal connection to Tara that you know, guys, I'm gonna need more water. I should have gotten like a bottle. I can't speak. Okay. Dr. Lipkin says Brandon was like 25 in the first season. Really? Okay. Interesting. R. Lucas 3000. Kennedy deserves the hate, not the actress, but the character. She's the only character in the entire series that you're supposed to like that I just can't. I agree with you. Definitely should not send hates to the actors. I don't get why people do that. Yeah, I am actually kind of glad to know that I'm not the only one who couldn't really get into Kennedy that much, because I kind of thought it was a me thing because I'm so attached to Tara, as some of you might have maybe possibly noticed. So, I get that. Angel's son is 1,000 times better than Kennedy. Oh, sweetie, now you lost me. That I don't get. I fucking hate Connor. I am so sorry to that kid, but I hate him. I'm so sorry. Okay, CVSP22. By the way, did you have seen the Buffy movie, which took place before the show? I haven't. I really have to. It's been in my list for a really long time, and I forgot about it, to be perfectly honest. But I will probably do it soon. That sounds fun. Oh, Kennedy is not Tara, but her sassy flirt was what Willow needed in that moment, but Till will always be endgame. That's exactly how I feel. I completely agree with that. I think that that first episode where she's trying to like charm Willow, I do think Willow needed to be seen that way and to feel that way and to know that she could still feel that way, which I think is why I was really digging it for the very beginning. So I agree. I agree. I thought tomorrow was Tuesday. Steven, don't even joke about that, okay? Well, since it's past midnight, technically tomorrow is Sunday. Okay, Nick, come on, you're losing me. If it's past midnight, wouldn't it be Monday? I'm lost. I can't. Marco says Tara was supposed to be back at the end of season 7, but she turned down the offer. Is this true? Okay, nobody told me about that one. Is that true? Is that like factually true? Oh boy. Oh boy. Really? Oh my god. My heart. How is she gonna come back? I mean, I know that I heard that they wanted her to be on that Conversations with Dead People and that she said no, but was she supposed to be back like for good? What do you mean? I need more explanation. Marco, give me more info, please. Okay. R. Lucas 3000 says also, Once More with Feeling is the best hour of TV ever, and I can prove it. And I know that I agreed when it was said that The Body is the best episode, like, hour of television, and I will agree once again that Once More is the best hour of television, because I don't know how I'm supposed to pick in between those two episodes when they're such polar opposites, but yes, they are the best hour of television, and I agree. Konak says, so no one has suggested Dr. Horrible sing-along blog yet. It would make for a fun one-off reaction. It's music and songs. What could go wrong with that? Please see post above regarding Once More with Feeling. Thank you. R. Lucas 3000. Also, please consider watching Xena. It's so good. Does anyone else think she will love it? I have heard that I will love it. So I do think there are some people out there who agree with you. Guys, I need more water. But until I go to the kitchen and come back, everybody's gonna be gone. So I'm gonna have to suck it up. Okay. I wish for a short on-screen reunion, 1 to 3 episodes, with 42 to 45 minutes runtime each, and it needs the new shoes storyline at the end. What is my mouse doing? I would love a little reunion. I don't know who do I have to talk to make this happen, because I would kill for that. Nicholas says, really enjoyed your reaction. Season 5 and 6 will always be my favorite Buffy seasons. Thank you, Nicholas, and completely agreed. Marco says you should watch the 2021 reunion. Oh my god, I have been waiting for this moment. Is that the Comic-Con thing? Because I know that they got back together. I think it was in Comic-Con, right? Like, I have to freaking watch that. I am very excited to be able to watch it. Shannon loved her family reaction, her revealing her For Riley video. I love the For Riley video. She changed my life with that video. I had never seen those two that way, and then suddenly I did. I do remember the days where I didn't like Joyce. Seems like so long ago. Doesn't it, Steven? Isn't it crazy? What's your view on Normal Again? Says TransJam1. Isn't Normal Again? I want to open up the episode. I don't want to get myself mistaken. But isn't that the episode... oh, is that the... God damn it. My Buffy knowledge is failing me. Normal Again. Is that like the... I can't remember if it was the Joyce one. Oh, it is the Joyce one. Not a favorite, I would say, is my basic conclusion of it. I think because of the ending, and I talked about this so much in my video today where I was saying, you know, like, I think the endings, I meant the ending of the show is so important, but I think the ending of the episodes, I feel the same way. Bad ending kind of can ruin the whole episode, and I feel like that ending was kind of implying that, like, maybe, like, Buffy sort of, like, wasn't real and everything was, like, in her imagination, and I was like, I don't think I like that. So, to be honest, Normal Again, not my favorite episode. Wonder says a fun show to try would be Grimm. It's got a Buffy vibe, but has a focus on fairy tales. I had no idea. Oh, that scared me. I had no idea Grimm was fairy tale-ish. I'm intrigued. Okay. The greater MCU does add to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but as a series, it does stand on its own, says Sean. Okay. Okay. But is the vibe very MCU-ish? Or is it different? Does that even make sense? Is it very superhero-ish? Asgard Loop says if you could bring only one back from the dead, Jenny, Joyce, Tara, Anya, who would you choose? I know I'm being mean right now. Guys, that is really mean. But yeah, I think we established Tara. I can't think about this. Okay, ZSK8301. Any recommendations for a Brazilian TV show similar to Buffy, or at least fantasy, sci-fi, vampire genre? By the way, your English is so fucking good. Thank you, I appreciate that. I do have to say, and I know it's embarrassing for me as a Brazilian, I don't watch that much Brazilian TV. I think it's a good reason why I moved here, to try and make it to the film industry in the US and not Brazil. I think what I mostly watched back home were like novellas, so I could probably give you some novella recommendations, but I don't think I know of many TV shows. But I kind of want to get into it though, because I feel like it's not the first time I've been asked this, and I think it's embarrassing that I don't know, so maybe I'll get into it and I will be able to respond to you better sooner. I'm a late night UK person, just heading off to bed now at 12:55. Adding my thumbs up for Farscape and Babylon 5 before I go. Very different shows, but both have great character and story arcs. Okay, Jenny Ton, I'm intrigued. I have never seen Babylon 5 mentioned so many times in one live stream. I am shook. Over 7 seasons of the show, were there any tropes that you generally disliked that Buffy handled better than you expected? Oh, I thought that question was gonna go the complete opposite and be like, are there any tropes you didn't like? And I had one in mind. So I guess I'm gonna answer the question that how I read it. I think there was some debate. Oh, sorry, my throat is getting so dry. I think there was some debate when I posted Seeing Red about Tara being considered bury your gays trope or not. And I've thought about it, you know, it's been a while since I watched that episode. I have no idea how long, time isn't real, but I do think it was a bury your gays trope. You know, I've had a lot of people tell me, like, that was literally the original, like, that began the trope. So that trope I was not a fan of, but tropes that maybe they handled better than I expected. Honestly, love triangle. Because what they did to both Spike and Angel really worked for me. Because I was able to care about both of them. I was able to ship both Angel and Spike. Like, you know, Buffy, Bangel and Spuffy. So I think maybe they handled the love triangle better than I would have thought. Okay, Katie says, I love Dark Angel, Charm, Xena, and Farscape. Dark Angel is almost impossible to find unless you buy the DVDs. Damn! And Xena is very hard to put on YouTube. A great patron exclusive, and you wouldn't need to edit. Not editing sounds very compelling, Katie. You know the way to my heart. Okay, Emma says, oh, you have to react to Xena. Cassidy is recently reacting to Xena on Patreon. She had to stop posting edited reactions to YouTube because NBC censors are shit hot on that show. It is very gay. Okay, I hear very gay. I'm intrigued. I have to look into it, you know, Xena, because I've heard a lot about it. I feel like it's another one of those, like, classic shows that I've heard of in the sense that I've heard about Buffy in the past, even before I watched, but never got around to it. Enrique says you should watch the American Pie film series. Allison Hannigan is on those movies. I know! I can't believe I haven't seen American Pie. I do have to watch American Pie. You guys are gonna have to tell me if you're fans of American Pie so I know if I should, like, hold off on it for reactions or if I can just go ahead and watch it, because I gotta watch it for sure. Steven says if you don't like ghosts, then don't watch Supernatural. There are tons of ghosts in that show. Oh. Okay, Steven, that is good to know, because Supernatural is always in the back of my mind of, like, is this something I should watch, would want to watch? So it's kind of good to know that maybe no. Okay. Charmed is great. I love Veronica Mars. Farscape is great, but very sci-fi. Okay, Katie. Our Lucas 3000. My fantasy of a new Buffy world, of a new Buffy, would have the old cast back, including Tara. No explanation needed. Okay, true. And also their kids as the new Scooby team. For example, Tara's younger gay male cousin that the gang rescues from a conversion camp. Aw, I like that. Okay, you are greenlit. You may start filming that. I agree. I highly recommend Merlin. Okay, Liz, isn't Anthony Stewart Head on this? I feel like it's that one viral photo of him with, like, a pink Nintendo DS and, like, a full Game of Thrones costume or something. Is that the show? Okay. Texas says you should watch Amber Benson's panel from Klexicon. She is amazing. Oh my god. Okay, you know what, Texas? Okay, I think I might have to watch that one tonight. I went to Klexicon to go see Amy Acker. What was it, like 2-3 years ago, maybe 3. Oh my god. And I was praying they were gonna announce Amber for that Klexicon. I was, like, refreshing those notifications every single day, waiting for them to add Amber Benson, and they didn't, and I was very upset. But hopefully one day our lives will cross and I will get to go to, like, a convention or just meet her somehow. I did, like, a small, like, 2-minute video call with her, though, on one of those, like, virtual convention things, and it was very fun. I died. Hello, first time catching a live show. Hi, Dragon Ball Z. First time doing a live show, so here we are. And I'm not Lexi or whoever. Sorry, it was a joke. Sam says I'm late. It's all Gucci, Sam. Everyone wants a different show. I know, our Lucas. Everyone does want a different show. June says, hi, I'm late for this meeting, but wanted to ask, do you know anything from Buffy comics? I know nothing. I have no idea how many comics there are. I have no idea which ones are, like, legit and which ones, like, aren't. Because I think that there's, like, an official ones and then non-official ones. Somebody's gonna have to explain that to me. Sorry. Okay, Dragon Ball Z. I think for the Buffyverse, avoiding the comics is the best way to go, personally. Ooh, really? I'm gonna need to know why. Please explain. I'm curious. If Nicholas Brennan couldn't get his act together for a new Buffy, they could hire his twin. That's a good point. Boha, automatic gunfire. That is actually, there's actually a season 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12? And it's the official continuation? Until 12? Really? Okay, Dr. Lipkin says the Buffy comics are comic books that are written by Joss and co. that continue the story of the show after season 7. Okay. By Joss, really? Oh, god damn it, I'm gonna have to read it. Okay, I'm gonna need someone to send me a link of where I can, like, is there like a little kit that I can buy with like all of them or something? Because I feel like comics, I would want to read them physical, but I'm afraid of the price, but I would want to look into it. Okay, so why exactly did they finish the show? Because if they're not out of stories to tell, was it the cast? Was it like Sarah didn't want to go on? I don't think I know that. Transgem 1. Do you know that Tara was meant to come back to life? Buffy was meant to get a wish which would have seen her coming back. Amber wasn't available. I need you to tell me that this is a joke, right? Like, this has to be a joke. Please tell me it's a joke. I feel so many feelings right now. Ooh, I lost myself. I keep clicking on this little button that goes all the way to the bottoms of the comments, and then I just she was blah, blah, blah. Restless is my favorite Buffy episode. Emma Wilson, are you being for reals right now? I can certainly explain Willow as part of Restless very well, not sure about the others. Okay, Emma, I'm gonna need you to explain that. I am shocked. I think I'm too stupid for that episode. I have no other explanation. I just think my brain has not evolved to that point yet. Connacht says, personally, I take the comments as if they were an alternate timeline because it is so different from the show. Okay, interesting. I wonder how different, like, do the characters feel out of character? Because that would bother me. Royce says, aside from Hush, The Body, and Once More with Feeling, what are your personal favorite episodes of Buffy? I know how to answer that. And then Lie to Me, the two-part What's My Line, Smashed and Wrecked are mine. I fucking love Lie to Me. I've said that so many times and I will die on this hill. My personal favorites, Family, which I have rewatched on a loop way more times than I should have. New Moon Rising, I feel like you may see a pattern. And I do love Who Are You? You know, that two-parter. What was the other one that's not Who Are You? You know, the two Buffy Faith episodes were great. Oh my god, what else? There's just so many though. There's so freaking many. I hate to say it, but Passion is a really well-written episode. I think even though it hurt, Villains I think was one of the episodes that made me feel the most. The Gift, definitely very high up there. I think that entire stretch post The Body until The Gift, I think maybe Intervention would be the only one that like doesn't stand out that much. And I think 517 was definitely one of the most underrated, probably the most underrated episode of Buffy. So I have lots. Lord Hyena, the season 8 comics are canonical continuations of the Buffy story, plotted and sometimes written by Joss Whedon. That's crazy. Rich says yes, the seasons 8 and 9 kind of goes on from the season 7 TV series. It's kind of canon. Hida says, they say the comics are canon, but a lot of the fandom doesn't consider them canon because they're not good. I feel like I'm getting very conflicting opinions in the chat, so I'm very intrigued. It's like, do I want to read it? Yes. Dragon Ball Z says, I think anything after Buffy season 7 and Angel season 5, the comics are pretty inappropriate as a continuation. There. Yes, somebody's talking about Family. Agreed. Dexter, definitely. The Angel and Faith comics were good because it's Angel and Faith. Angel and Faith, I'm intrigued. Somebody says Xena, okay. Recommendation, Man-Child with Ash. Basically, it's Sex and the City for men in London. The Prisoner is a wild ride for a would-be showrunner. Okay. Okay, Chris, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind because I'm in my Sex and the City era right now. I actually have just started watching the show because that is the pact that I made with myself, which was that, you know, when I finally got it to move to New York, I was gonna watch Sex and the City because it's such a New York show and I'm loving Sex and the City. So I wonder what a male Sex and the City would be like. Okay. Ed Banger, as much as we all love and appreciate her, were there actually any times where you felt Buffy was the one who was actually in the wrong? I think there have been a few times where I disagreed with Buffy. It just hasn't happened a whole lot. I'm trying to remember. God damn it, at the top of my head. I think right now, in this end of the show, I think she was on the right. I don't think she was on the wrong there. I would say maybe sending Dawn away, but also, like, I get where she's coming from, so I don't think I blame her for it. I don't think I'm trying to remember specific moments where I think Buffy was in the wrong. But there have been honestly so few that I don't think I can name one at the top of my head. I'm sorry. Good, Buffy shouldn't always be in the right. That's true. I mean, she mostly is though. Shalyn says, have you thought about watching Lucifer? It's on Netflix right now and pretty awesome. I love Lucifer, one of my favorite shows. I think I've watched it like more than once. It is so good. Love it, love it, love it. Texas says, do you suspect there is some sort of connection between Ben and Glory? Someone had to ask. Benjamin, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know a Ben or a Glory. I think that would have to be a no. Chris says, Whedon cast a variety of Whedon-verse actors in the modern adaptation of Shakespeare, Much Ado About Nothing. Chris, I am well aware, because one of the people that he cast was, drumroll please, Amy Acker. So yes, I have seen it. It was fun. It was fun. Good stuff. Liz says, I recommend The Old Red Dwarf as well. It's really funny and available for free legally as well. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Dragon Ball Z says, how would you rank the seasons? For me, it's 6, 5, 3, 7, 4, 2, 1. I understand 7 has problems, but it also has some of the best moments of the entire show with the incredibly powerful payoffs. Okay, that's a good question. So for me, it would be 5, 6, 4, 2, 3, 1, 7. I think maybe 2 and 3 equally good, because for me it's hard to pick in between Angelus and Faith. Maybe 3 actually. Maybe I would put 3 above 2. Yeah, but something like that. I think so. R. Lucas says, Texas, that's crazy. Ben is way too nice. He even helped give peace to all those crazy people. Who is this Ben you guys are talking about? Pathfinder says, so here for a Restless rewatch. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are into it because I am gonna need somebody to walk me through it. Sarah did The Ringer, quite a good TV show. Okay. Reboot is not possible. Well, it is not possible to recreate Spike's character and what James did there. Seriously, it will be a pathetic copy. Yeah, I know. You're onto something, June. I think you're right. Okay. It is really solid. Nico says, hi Domi, congrats on finishing Buffy. What a journey. I hope the guide worked for you this season. This last season as well. Love from France. Nico, merci beaucoup for everything. You are my hero, and I love that when I peer pressured you into changing the watch order because I wasn't ready to watch Buffy season 6 yet, you actually went ahead and did it. Nico, you are my hero, and I love you, and I'm very grateful for your watch order, and I really, really appreciate all the work that you put into it. So thank you for that, really, genuinely. Chris says, the musical finale, where do we go from here, is a phrase Cordelia said first. She was in Lauren's karaoke bar, foreshadowing. What did you think of Giles' final line, "The Earth is doomed"? I think I caught that Cordelia thing at Lauren's bar, and I even, when I was editing that episode, I even tried to make a little reference to it. I think I put the like musical version of "Where Do We Go From Here" right in the background so that it would seem like Cordelia was sort of singing along to it, but I think I was afraid people couldn't hear, and I think I made it too low, and I think it sort of like went by unnoticed, but I think I tried to do something there. And his line, was that Giles' final line? He said something after that. Did he not say anything after that? I feel like he said something in the last scene, didn't he? But I love it because I love me a good nostalgia. I love that nostalgia factor. Wonder says, "It was a pretty good show too, but I'm always partial to anything she works on. It was very sad when she announced her hiatus, even saying she may now return to the screen." I think we're still talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar. Basic idea was Faith riding a motorbike through the USA, doing her Slayer duties while hiding from the police. That sounds fucking awesome. But as far as I know, it was not more, since Eliza already did sign to True Calling. And is True Calling good? I'm assuming so, since everybody's talking about it. I am fully out of water. Okay. I need to breathe because it's so hot here. I need to take a second from the questions because it is freaking hot in here, and I can't turn on my AC because when I turn it on, it's like right next to me, but it's very, very loud. So I did a little trial run with the AC, and that was a no-no. I'm just gonna take a second to recoup, and then I will go back to the questions. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's still quite a bit for us to go through. I was really planning on maybe like watching some things in this in this live, but I honestly think it's just gonna be a chat, which I'm cool with. I'm glad that you guys are talking to me. I really might need to leave you guys and go get water, but I'm gonna try my best to answer a few more before that. Dragon Paul Z says, "I also think Hush is very overrated. Don't get me wrong, it's really good, but there's a ton of episodes I can think of at the top of my head that are better, like Once More, Body, Grave Touched, Conversations." Interesting. I am biased. I do love Hush. I think what they did in that episode, I think is fucking amazing. I love Hush. Dr. Lipkin says, "I always wanted to see a villain who was a slayer that got turned. Slayer that is a vampire rather than a vampire slayer. Potential big man material. Thoughts?" Dr. Lipkin, I have had the same thoughts as you, genuinely, especially since Nightmares, one of Buffy's nightmares is that she becomes a vampire, right? So they set that up in season 1. I was like, I think I'm gonna need to get water. I will be right back. If anybody shows up right now and they're like, "Where the hell's Domi?" Oh, I don't know what I did there. Can you guys let them know that I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna get some water because I can't feel my throat. And if I lose the viewers, I'm gonna lose the viewers, but I'm losing my voice. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. 1 sec. Okay, I don't know if you guys are still there, but I have water. I'm very pleased. Oh boy. My throat was very dry. That feels good. Okay, I'm ready to go back. I'm trying to find out where we were. Okay, I I was talking to Dr. Lipkin. So yes, ever since they talked about Buffy being a vampire in season 1 and the Nightmares episode, I thought maybe that was something they were going to do. I was fully convinced for a while there that they were going to make Xander into a vampire as well. But it never happened. But I totally agree with you. I think that would have been really fun. Okay, let's get back into it. I'm still trying to breathe, guys. It's very hard to talk nonstop. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay. Dragon Ball Z says, don't worry, even the actor for Connor understands and agrees with the hate for the character. Poor guy. Oh, that's funny. Is he also a Connor hater? Because that's hilarious. Sean says, conversations with dead people. Yeah, I like that episode. I think it was one of the best ones of season 7. Benson was asked to come back to play the first. She wouldn't have been Tara. Yeah, I heard about that one. The writers were originally gonna have Tara resurrected in season 7, but Amber Benson turned it down. I still cannot believe that is real. But I don't know how to feel about it, because to be honest, I think I don't love it when we undo deaths. I think it's great on paper, but I think when it's actually happening, it undermines the whole thing. You know, like if I had cried my ass off during like Seeing Red or Villains or whatever, and then they just brought her back, I think I would have felt a little bit underwhelmed, like it didn't really mean anything. So in a way, I guess it's good that she didn't come back. I can't believe I'm saying it. Kanak says, yeah, wow, my camera's really moving. Stop it. Oh, it started getting blurry because I threatened it. It says, yeah, that Tara coming back to life is true. I heard Joss himself say it in some comic, in some con. Although he could be a troll sometimes, so who knows. I also hear James Marsters talk about it. Okay. I cannot believe that's real. I mean, I believe you guys. Emotionally, I cannot believe that's real. That's crazy. June says, I seriously can recommend Charmed. I really like the attitude of the story, characters, and unlike Buffy, they are already adult women who don't need to prove anything to anyone. Interesting. I kind of thought Charmed was also, well, okay, maybe not teens, but I thought they were definitely very young. Interesting. Sean says, I've heard a suggestion that a possible story that Joss had was Buffy getting a single wish, and after thinking about what to wish for, she eventually decided to use it to bring back Tara. That's so interesting, because why wouldn't she pick Joyce? I get it, I love Tara, but I feel like if Buffy were to make that wish, I know that she's selfless, but it would almost be like she's giving her wish to Willow. I guess it does make sense. She is a selfless little bitch. We've been through this. Marco says, yeah, basically Buffy gets a chance to make a big wish, like a free jail card. She could have made Angel human again. That would have been crazy. Bring Joyce back or anything else. She goes to Willow like, OMG, Will, I love these shoes. And now I have them. Willow, you made a wish for shoes, and Buffy shows Tara alive behind her, but Amber refused. I don't think I can possibly explain in words how much I would have cried if that had happened, okay? R. Lucas 3000 says, here's my insane hot take. I'm ready. But I think the casting and acting in the adult Scooby-Doo is better than the actual movies. Oh. There are posts on YouTube that strip out the adult content, and it is so fun. Okay, interesting. I can't really comment on Scooby-Doo, so I'm just gonna have to trust you on that. Isn't Normal the ripoff of a DS9 episode, kind of? Oop, it froze. What's happening? What's happening? I lost it. Okay. Chris says, isn't Normal the ripoff of a DS9 episode, kind of? DS9. I don't know. I don't think that question was for me though. Transgem1 says you should try Once Upon a Time. I have been through my Once Upon a Time phase and it was great, and that show has a special place in my heart. I liked it. Steven says, I second Grimm. I've only seen one set of reactions to that show and would love to see yours. Is it not popular in the reaction universe? That's interesting. I'm always such oblivious to these types of things. Tara's third to last episode, Buffy gets a free wish from the powers that be. Third to last episode? Yeah, no, I would have been so pissed off. Like, if you're bringing Tara back and you would bring her right as the show is ending, I would have killed myself. But yeah, Buffy gets a free wish from the powers that be, and after thinking about Joyce turning Angel human, but she picked a pair of new shoes, at least Demi Willow thought that. Anyways. Enrique says Xander was originally supposed to appear in Conversation with Dead People. He was supposed to see Jesse, but the actor that plays Jesse was unavailable at that time. That would have been so interesting to see Jesse. I don't know if I would have even recognized him, because like, oh my god, that would have been really interesting. Wow, okay. Sean says we never got an answer to the fuck, marry, kill game. Sorry, I froze. It's very hard to talk nonstop for so long. Wait, why does it say error? Am I still on? Let me go check the comments. One sec. I'm gonna move to the bottom. My thing says that there's an error, so I'm just checking to make sure. Am I still live? Can you guys still hear me, see me, or whatever? I'm trying to check through my phone, but I cannot tell. I'm not getting any new comments, so I can't tell if... I think I'm still on. I see me playing on my phone. I think we're fine and YouTube is being direct. Okay. You're still good. Glitched out for a minute, but we're here. Yes, you're still with us. Yes, you're still with us. Oh my god. That sounds like I died. Yes, you're still on. You're okay. You're still here for sure. Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. Oh my god. That's really interesting. I think there's a delay because that's really funny because now all the comments are popping up. Yep, I hear you. We still hear you. Didn't see any glitches at all. Okay, because there's like a warning thing on my OBS that's telling me, I guess maybe my internet isn't very good, but I'm just gonna ignore it because if you guys are seeing me, good enough. We were talking to Sean, who is very mean and wants to do the fuck, marry, kill game in between Tara, Jenny, and Cordy. It can be fuck, marry, and kiss, right? Because I'm not killing any one of them, so we're officially changing the games. I would marry Tara. I would kiss Jenny and fuck Cordy. I hate that I had to answer that. I saw the first season of the 3% Brazilian TV show on Netflix a few years ago. I've heard a lot about 3%. I never actually saw it. I'm such a fake Brazilian. I'm so sorry. Was it good? Xena is great. Started as a character on Hercules and spun off into a better show than the original. How big is, like, how many episodes are we talking when we talk about Xena and Hercules and stuff? If Seth Green didn't leave the show, he would have been in Tara's spot. So even in that case, it marks the start. It's not part of the trope. Well, I guess it depends on where they would have gone with the storyline. Bryce says, no one on YouTube ever watches and reacts to Dark Angel. Only 2 seasons, but oh my god, it's so good. Well, there are a lot of people talking about that right now. Tony Head plays King Arthur's father on Merlin. I don't agree that it's better, but I am certain Herc and Xena are best together. You should definitely do reactions to American Pie. That'd be lots of fun. Okay. Wonder says, random question. Would you be interested in watching any K-dramas? They tend to have a format where they keep it to 1 season. However, there are a few that get a second. Oh, I didn't know K-dramas kept it to 1 season. That's interesting. I think I definitely would because, you know, since I want to work in film, I feel like the more things I see and the more genres I understand, the better. So there's definitely a part of me that's curious about watching K-dramas. I know my sister at one point was really sort of into them. And I think she even made me watch a little bit with her, but I can't remember because it's been a couple of years. But I would definitely be down to watch at least one of them. So if you have any recommendations, people are telling me to go get water. I got the water. Thank you guys. I'm definitely delayed on this chat. Pedro says in Português, o destino da Anya soube-me como uma facada no peito. Ainda hoje estou inconformada. Ela é minha favorita. Eu entendo, Pedro. Eu tô muito puta. Pedro says that Anya's destiny was like getting stabbed. No pun intended, I think. And that he's still, you know, frustrated, like she was his favorite, which I totally get. Trust me. Liz says she's gotta go. Bye, Liz. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Trans says Amber coming back via Buffy's wish is very real. You should look it up. I think if I look it up, I'm gonna be devastated and sad. And I think I trust you guys. Best Death of a Salesman production ever. Oh no, we're not back to Restless again. I'm ignoring that. I believe it's true that Tara was planned to be brought back to life via Buffy's wish. That's crazy. Amber Benson joined Cameo and I asked her to sing me Under Your Spell and she did it. And she has a beautiful singing voice. Enrique, are you kidding me? Share with the team right now. You must send a link to that, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now I got distracted. I'm thinking about her singing Under Your Spell. That song haunts me, okay? Because it was somehow, I think, my second most listened to song, was it last year? Even though I literally had to mute it. Like, I found a way on Spotify to be like, please do not play me this song because it would make me so sad. And yet somehow it still found its way into my Spotify every single time and it was like number 2 and I was so pissed off because that song does things to me, okay? Anyways, Marco says you should react to the season 8 motion comics, which basically bring to life those comics, but only until episode 19. From episode 20 to 40 plus, the other seasons you can only read the comics. Okay, so I think there have been some people who like sort of react to that, to like the comics. I didn't realize there were motion comics, okay. But like, how do these things even work? That's my question. I have no idea how to react to comics. Emma says you're not stupid, you're just not very analytically inclined. I am definitely not. Plus I prefer TV art entertainment that requires you to use your brain and interpret for yourself. Steven says passion is amazing. Sad, yes, but amazing. Agreed. Dragon Paul Z says, as to why I think you should avoid the comics, I think a strong ending is the best thing a story can do. A5 finale is the greatest ending to anything ever. Wow. And the events in the comics mess with that. Is it really that good? Okay. Now I'm gonna have to watch Angel. I mean, I was already gonna watch Angel, but now I'm curious about that finale. Keenan says if you ever do read the comics, you should know that there are some ships that happen later on that have Buffy fanbase divided. I won't say any more than that. Guys, I feel like you guys are always divided in ships. But that's interesting. Trans says, think it was a birthday wish and she meant to be unsure what she wants for the whole episode. Comes out with new shoes and Willow's confused. And Mock Tara. Ooh, I would have loved to see Amy Beth Adams back since she was gaslighted and is probably gay as well, and she maybe would have been able to liberate herself after the reveals of Rebels and Family. I would die to have Miss Amy Adams back in Buffy. That was like the maybe like biggest plot twist I've ever seen in Buffy. I was not expecting her to walk in and to be Tara's family. Like, do you understand how insane that is? I love Amy Adams. I would also love for her to be that. There would be such an interesting storyline. See? Oh my god, I even shook everything. But that would be such a great storyline to get to like unpack all of Tara's family issues because there was so much going on there. So I'm with you. There's a live action comic of season 8 that you could react to. Stephanie, where is this? I haven't heard of it. That's so interesting. Have you seen It's a Sin? I have not. I recommend Dollhouse as the next reaction. Simon, you are not the only one. Okay, the end of 701, with all the big bads followed by Buffy, lead to fan speculation that Buffy would be the big bad of season 7. It was not the last season. Would you be interested in that story? If it was not. Definitely. I mean, I think it's like, I can't say it didn't cross my mind, but I just feel like Buffy is just so Buffy. And like, even if she was the big bad, she wouldn't be the big bad to me, because I would be Team Buffy. So it wouldn't even be a big bad. Like, I would be cheering for her. So, I can't say it was like thinking about it too much, but definitely a little. But I think that would have been a really cool story. I think they tried to toy with that a little by making the first present itself as Buffy so many times. And I was definitely thinking we were going to go down a little bit of an evil route for Buffy. So definitely, I kind of actually wish we would have done a little bit of that for sure, because the Willow story arc was so interesting. I wonder what they would have done with Buffy. Okay. Which character was taken out of the show too early in your opinion? There is only one right answer for this, and that would be Miss Jenny Calendar, for sure. That, yeah. Lucifer is so repetitive and it gets boring quickly. He always goes to the therapist, takes her advice the wrong way, and it always goes that way. Sorry, I had to say it because I hate it with a passion, you know? I get it. It's not for everybody. I see what you mean. It can be a little bit repetitive. I don't know why I love that show so much, but it worked for me. Season 4 and 6 are your top 3 seasons, my favorite seasons as well. And I guess that's an unpopular opinion. Yeah, I think season 4 is not very popular, but what can I say? I'm a really big fan. I really am. For me, seasons 5, 2, 3, 7, 6, 4, 1. 3 and 7 can be interchanged. There are no bad seasons though. Steven, I mostly agree with you. I don't love season 7, but I kind of want to sit with it more. I don't think I want to call it like a bad season. So I think I will refrain from talking. But I don't think I love season 7, but I think I need to sit with it more to see what I actually feel about it. Because there are some good episodes in it. So mostly I think I agree with you. Thorsten says, how do you feel about what happened to Anya and at the end with Spike? I am very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. I think I liked the finale, but to be honest, I think I expected to like it a little bit more. The whole Spike thing, I appreciate the sacrifice, but I kind of feel like I expected / wanted Buffy to be the one to do the like big sacrifice to save the world. So I think it was a little bit underwhelming to have Spike be the one to do it. Because I also thought, I mean, I knew that things were not going to end well for him because I've seen Angel, but I kind of assumed it was going to be sort of like a sacrificing himself for Buffy or something like that, which doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, he sacrificed himself for everyone, but I mean, I kind of liked his sacrifice, but I know that it's going to be somehow undone in the next, you know, few episodes, because he's going to come into Angel at some point. So I think I would have to see what they do with his storyline in Angel and when he actually comes in to see how I feel about it. But I am glad that he's getting that redemption arc, though, I guess. He needed the redemption, so that's fair. And Anya, I'm upset. I think her death was so quick that I couldn't even process what was happening. And until Xander went to confront Andrew about it, I like straight up did not believe it was real. So it hurts because it went by so quickly. I don't think it was given that much importance, and I'm kind of upset that we didn't get to talk about the aftermath of it, because to me it was such a devastating death. Like, it doesn't feel real. I don't think it feels real. I know it's not, it's a TV show, but you know what I mean. When you post your post Buffy the Vampire Slayer watch Restless reaction, I will post my analysis on Willow's part of it. A lot of it aligns with what Passion of the Nerd says in his Restless Buffy guide, though. Okay, that's a deal. Angel Acrobat says, a moment when Buffy was in the wrong, when Buffy went to Los Angeles going after Faith looking for vengeance, and Angel told her it was about saving her soul because that's what he does. That's true. That's true. Buffy was not the best of Faith. I will agree with you there. I will agree. Asgard Loop says favorite couple ship of the show. Favorite couple, I think, would have to be the ones that are represented in my background. It would have to be my Jenny and Giles, my Calendar Lilies, or whatever the hell their ship name is. And where are the other ones? Oh, I think they're... Oh, damn it. They're to that side and I'm too afraid to move my camera. But there is a Tara and Willow fan art right over there. So I think I would have to go with that. Jenny and Giles, Tara and Willow, I think are my top two. Oh, shite. What did I do? No, I lost the chat. Come back to me. Chat. Chat. There we go. I got it back. We're fine. Jeremy says, hey Domi, catching up on Patreon now. Seeing you enjoy the musical. Oh yeah. Have you ever seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog? 45 minutes, 3-act musical from Joss, including some cast overlap. Oh, it's from Joss? You guys didn't say that when you mentioned it above. I think, yeah, you guys just talked about that. Okay, I have not seen it. I'm gonna need somebody to explain to me exactly what that is. Enrique says, name every character in Buffy that you did not enjoy. Oh my god. Well, at the top of my head, Warren would have to be yeah, Warren. Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. I did not get Andrew. He kind of ruined a little bit of season 7 for me. I just don't get him. Who else do I not like? Parker. Parker's in my to kill list. Who else? I think I liked Oliver. I didn't really like Caleb. I'm trying to think. I liked the mayor and all those people. They were fun. I think those would probably be my top ones. I'm gonna stick to that for now. June says, honestly, I can't say that I really like Buffy. I can't relate to her. She's like an army general that mostly gives orders by the end of the show who is always right just because she is not my cup. That's so interesting because I honestly completely see her a different way. I think she's one of the most relatable characters I've ever seen in television. You know, obviously not because of the Slayer thing. I don't think I am a Slayer, but the way she just goes through life, and I think she's so selfless. Like, genuinely, she is not just my favorite character in the show, but she's number 2 favorite character out of any show I've ever seen. I fucking love Buffy. I think she cares so much about everyone. Thorsten says, Hush is a masterpiece. Agreed. Finally, she's getting water. I am. She was really fast. Thanks. I really tried. I like ran a little to get the water. Which character from Buffy do you feel the show gives a huge pass for their actions the most? I have an answer at the top of my head. I just don't think you guys are both. The internet. Okay. Am I back? Okay. Am I back? Okay. Stopped at the wrong moment. That's really mean. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Hi, everybody. Sorry. Oh, wait, am I frozen? Better now. Oh, okay. I can tell. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so where did I cut off? Because I think you guys were saying the answers at the top of my tongue and then I never said it. Where did I stop? Was it there? Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna be here forever if I try and read every comment. I might be. I think I might be here for a sec. Oh damn, that made my viewers, the fact that the live stream, like, we're down by half. People were like, okay, that's it. I get it. I was saying that it was at the tip of my tongue because the answer would have to be Spike. And every time I talk about Spike, the comments get really pissed off. Oh no, it says no data. No! Guys, did it stop again? Oh boy. Did it stop again? Guys, that's... Please tell me it didn't stop. You just froze a few seconds and are recovered. Still working. Okay. Because for me, it told me I was offline again. Okay, you're still going. You're here. I'm here. I still see you. We see you. It's all tagged and recovered. You're still here. A couple of freezes. Oh my god, guys. That's a lot of people who are still here. What the fuck? This is really weird that I can just ask a question and you guys will answer me. I want to try something really quickly. What's your favorite character in Buffy? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the answers. I like it when the chat goes all crazy. You can't say his name. It glitched for a second, but I hear you. The internet may be bad about you, about the person. Maybe take it as a sign. Okay, I got some answers. Willow, Spike, Willow, Buffy, Tara, Willow, Tara probably, Giles, Willow, Buffy Summers, Buffy, Willow, Buffy. This is so fun. Buffy. Buffy and Giles, Spike, Cheeseman, Jeremy, seek help. Xander, yeah, it's me. Mayor, besides Buffy, Willow, Spike, Tara, in that order. This was fun. Tara, Faith, Spike. I'll never tell. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. But I still want to know who's your favorite. Two of us had said the name, and you're still good. Oh, that's true. I said it. I just can't say his name in a criticizing way. Buffyverse is a whole Cordy. I agree with you. Don't be doing it live for the first time and going mad with Power. No, literally. I'm so drunk on Power right now. Spike, Jeremy C. Oh, Willow. Okay. Those are some good answers. What I was trying to say, and I'm afraid to even say it because my internet keeps cutting down. Yeah, my internet is a Spuffy shipper. What I was trying to say... I keep getting distracted by the chat. I see it moving. It's very entertaining. Do I have a photo of him? I'm scared to say his name. I'm gonna say his name, and if the internet falls again, I might take it as a sign and just leave. But Spike. Are we on? We're on. Okay, I think we're safe. They were asking me, I have to go back and find where I was in the chat, but it was about like who. I'm gonna read the actual thing because oh Jesus, guys. Where was it? Which character from Buffy do you feel the show gives a huge pass for their actions the most? And I was saying that people, and apparently my internet, get pissed off when I criticize Spike. But I have to say definitely him, because I get what they're doing with his redemption arc. I see the vision, but I feel like way too many times they try and pretend like we should just be able to get over 619. And I'm like, I don't know. To me, it felt a little bit like a big deal, and I feel like they were trying too hard to make me just forget that. So definitely him. I don't want to get into this so much because my internet does not agree with me. React to 5 Seconds of Summer live studio. They're an Australian pop punk rock band. Love your videos. Thank you. I have heard of 5 Seconds of Summer. I've never done music reactions other than like, I think I reacted to All Too Well 10-minute version, Taylor Swift. Other than that, I've never given it a try. Pedro says I was quick to get the water. Thanks, I tried. I've seen comments speculating that Sunday from season 4 premiere was a Slayer turned vampire, a Slaypire, but as far as I know, it's just a theory. That would be so cool. I dig that. Hush, conversations with dead people, restless the body. Once more with feeling, I only have ice for you. So many wildly good episodes that hit way above a goofy teen comedy drama with vampires. It's so true. Not what I expected when I went into the show though. But really, I Only Have Eyes for You is one of your favorites? I'm kind of shocked. Pro tip for the future, you lose more audience members by coughing and struggling to talk than by leaving to get water for 30 seconds. Dr. Lipkin, I see your point, and I think you may be right. Bye-bye, I'm leaving too. It's time for me to go. It was nice to have a chat, watch your reactions, wish you all the best, hope to see new videos. Thank you, June. Thanks for hanging around here. Stephanie says the season 8 comics have some fun and interesting moments, but some of it does not feel true to the characters. That was my fear. Also, the supernatural elements get very far-fetched, probably because they're not tied. So what they could achieve. React to the TBD. Oh, I've already seen Vampire Diaries. That's fun. React to Glee. I've also already seen Glee. Oh boy. For Restless, check out Passion of the Nerds episode guides. They're full of cool insights. Though he may never finish the series, and the one for Restless is great. Okay. Okay. The only longer TV comeback for the Slayerverse I can imagine is the awakening of Slayers around the world and how they get picked. Visited by the Scoobies or Sunnydale Potential. Slayer of the Week style. That would be so fun. Slayer of the Week style. I love that. Write that script, please. Turangalila says, a great reaction would be Winona Earp if you haven't seen, and they've relaxed a bit on the copyright strikes. They have. Okay, so I love Winona Earp. Huge fan. We actually have Winona and Waverly right over here. It's honestly one of my favorite shows. I reacted to the finale, but I am pretty sure it got taken down because of copyright issues, and so I don't even think that's up on my channel right now. But I do love Winona, and I'm very excited that they're coming back for something. So I wonder if maybe I should react to, I think they're having a movie, so maybe. You should watch the half-hour prototype Buffy pilots, which wasn't meant for broadcast, but to show the Warner Brothers network execs what the show would be. It's a different actor that plays Willow in it. I saw that, yeah, the unaired pilots. I left it as a patron exclusive because I don't think it would really do well on YouTube. I don't think there are that many people interested, but I did watch the unaired pilots. It was crazy to see not Willow. It was crazy. I'm on my lunch break at work, the only time I have to stop in and say hi. Hi Ron, thanks for stopping by. Richard says it was my understanding that she was to come back as one of the dead first. When Amber said no, they came up with the students giving Willow the messages from Tara. I may be wrong. I think that sounds right. I think I heard about that. Star Trek Deep Space Nine is DS9. Oh, I would have never known that. Okay. Have you seen any of Danny Strong's recent work? Okay, so I was told to look him up. I can't remember where he came up recently, but I think I went to see something recently where I was like, wait, he was involved in this? I would have to actually, I was gonna say I'd have to Google him, but I just realized I can't Google him because there are no spoilers. That's crazy. Danny Strong. Also, he is in an episode of How I Met Your Mother. I was like, oh my god, I did not remember that. Okay, what has he done? Dope Sick, I've heard of that. That's recent. He was involved in Gilmore Girls. What did he do? I have no idea. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Gilmore, The Hunger Games. 1 second, my mother is calling me. Let me tell her I cannot pick up at the moment. 1 second. One sec. What else? Hunger Games, yeah, Mockingjay. He's done a lot. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Pop Star. Damn! He's done a lot. That's crazy. I'm excited to look more into him, honestly. Did you know Nikki's brother was actually in more episode scenes than The Replacement? Where was he? I feel like I heard about him like eventually popping by. Not sure which episodes. Steven says, as an Amy Acker superfan, what did you think of her role in Alias? Alias was a classic spy series, but with some supernatural overtones. I mean, I of course loved her in Alias, but I think for that show, I ended up skipping too much of the show in order to see, because I only saw her episodes, and so I think I was missing a lot of unfortunately. But it was great. I love her. I knew that when you didn't like the episode Storyteller that you were never going to come around on Andrew, because that's usually the episode that wins people over the character. I'm sorry. I feel bad because I don't think people hate Andrew as much as I do, but I genuinely, it's not that I dislike him. I think I hate him. I really don't like him. Wonder says, oh, I have K-drama shows for days. A good starter would be What Happened to Secretary Kim. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, somebody speaking Italian. I'm not gonna try. The ships after season 7 are controversial. Ooh. In the finale, it seemed like the super vamps that escaped the pit were fairly easy to kill by the non-slayers. Did that seem weird to you? Yeah. Yeah. My friend and I were talking about that. I do have some problems with the finale. I feel like I'm trying not to like talk about it or think about it too much because I don't want to be like a, what is it, like a negative Nancy or anything. But I definitely see some problems with it. For me, season's rank is 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 2, 7. Whenever I see season 1 at the bottom of someone's rank. Damn, you really do like season 1. I like it too. Good for you. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., while not in the Whedonverse, hits all the Whedon themes and has an excellent writing and acting. Whedon's fingerprints all over it. How involved was he in the show? I thought it kind of was a little bit Whedonverse. I do love season 7, but we all have different opinions. It's all good. Thank you. As Buffy is the best show, 516 is the best episode, Angels 5x5 has the best ending, and Tara is the best soul. Lucifer has the best pilot right from the first scene. Okay, I agree with that. Subtle thing that I wish happened is when Buffy crawls out of her grave, she would touch her face as if to see she's a vampire now. When I watch that scene, I always have that in mind. Ooh, now when I rewatch it, I'm gonna have to think about that. Like when Faith said to Buffy, are you the bad Slayer now? Am I the good Slayer now? And Faith seemed scared to say that second part. Oh my god, Veruca, character to hate. So true. How could I forget about her? Oh my god. Ed Banger says, this fandom can talk about this show endlessly, so hopefully the stream isn't holding you back. Or if you aren't sick of us, end the stream if you have to. I appreciate that. I, in all honesty, will probably have to leave soon, because I did say I was going to meet, my roommate just left. Well, she left a little while ago by now. And I said I was going to meet up with her at this bar. But what time did she leave? I think, I'm having fun. We're still okay. I'm gonna read a little bit more. Other shows you could do are Person of Interest and Orphan Black. I have seen them and I love them. Those are literally 2 of my favorite shows. So I trust you, Spam Filter 32. You got good recommendations. Dr. Horrible, played by Neil Patrick Harris, sing-along vlog, follows a villain trying to take over the world as he finds someone he falls for, Felicia Day. That's interesting. Neil Patrick Harris and Felicia Day. Okay. Kanak says, okay, 3 a.m. Since I'm not actually a vampire, I should go get some sleep tonight. Good night. Congrats on finishing your Buffy journey and excited to see what comes next. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. Buffy's buffering. The Buffy life is buffering. Yes, it was. Okay, I think I'm almost caught up on the chat. Back again now. Okay. Sent a little Dr. Horrible info on Patreon messages. Thank you. I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go check it out. You're back. My question, who gets to pass the most? Yes, I talked about that. We can talk all night. It's always Faith or Spike, to be honest. I love them both. You're here. Okay. I am just catching up on the chat. It's glitched. You guys saying all your favorite characters. Okay. Oh! And I lost myself again. Season 6, episode 5. Buffy came back from seeing Angel. Did she share about being in heaven? Spike already knew. Interesting question. I don't think so. I think the only person who knew until Once More with Feeling, I think, would be Spike, in my head. Spike's arc and background is wild. It's a solid choice. That's Vamp Willow, thank you very much. Xander gets away with causing the death of Sweet's victims and Once More with Feeling. Yeah, I guess there were quite a couple casualties there. Part of the thing that you don't like about Spike is due to the fact that Joss hated James very early. He let James know he didn't like him, but Spike would stay because the audience liked him. Oh, damn. Ed Banger, do you feel Robin Wood was a positive addition to the final season of this show? Well, we have established that I love Lucifer, so I really like D.B. Woodside. I've also seen him. I'm pretty sure he was in Suits, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I really like him as an actor. I feel like Robin Hood was kind of, I know his name is Wood, but I don't care. He's Robin Hood in my head. And obviously that was what they were trying to do anyways. I'm not a huge fan of him because I don't think he added that much to the show. I can't really tell you, other than his episode where he tries to like kill Spike and we find out his background being connected to the Slayers, you know. Other than that, I don't think he gives me a lot. So to be honest, I just don't feel like he contributed enough to be like a positive addition. I think he was sort of just there. I think maybe I would have liked seeing maybe spending more time with like our characters that we already have instead of adding new ones in the last season, I would say. Sean says, if you can accept Angel not being truly responsible for the actions of Angelus, then Ensouled Spike can't really be held responsible for Pre-Soul Spike. I get that logic, I really do, but I just feel like the relationship that we've established in between Buffy and Angelus is very different than the relationship we've established in between Buffy and Spike. And so that's what's fucked up. Like, obviously, he didn't have a soul, but the way that he went about it was very different than Angelus, who, like, we don't even touch. You know what I mean? You should go read Go Ask Malice. It's about how Faith grew up and was called. Ooh. Someone says, have you seen Hamilton? That would be a great reaction. I love Hamilton. Is my Hamilton playbill here? Oh, I don't think you can see it. Oh, it's right above. You can sort of see it. This right here is my Hamilton playbill. I do love Hamilton. I know all the musics by heart, which is why I did not react to it, because it would just be me singing along and people would want to kill me, but I love it. If you haven't watched it, iZombie would be a fun react. I've heard a lot about iZombie. I can't remember if I actually watched it or not. I might have watched a little bit of it. I can't remember. Teenage Bounty Hunters is also good. That was a really fun one. I saw that. That was fun. The Big Bad Buffer is back. No. Can you guys hear me now? I hope. Not being into sci-fi, I will recommend Babylon 5. It takes place on a space station starting in the year 2257. Oh damn. I cannot believe another person is talking about Babylon 5. Is this something you guys want me to react to? Because that's a lot of people, guys. I am lost. Where were we? Hush, Body, Once are the best for having impact beyond the show itself. So true. But internal, maybe episodes like Fool for Love, so true, Restless, or The Gift, or somewhere in between them. I love that Restless is in your list. The amount of people who love Restless is kind of crazy. I also don't like Andrew. Thank you, Asgard. I feel validated. Whedon's brother was the showrunner. Oh, and it had some writers from Buffy for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Interesting. And then Simon says, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is much more of a Jedmo show. They were the main writers for Dollhouse. Okay. AOS is made by Mutant's Enemy. Joss only did the pilot. Interesting. I'm intrigued by Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Enrique says, Danny Strong was auditioning for the role of Xander but lost it to Nicholas Brandon. I cannot imagine him as Xander. That's crazy. Joss created this show, but he was too busy with the movie, so he handed it off to his brother. Interesting. Won't rate the seasons. Each of them has strengths and weaknesses. True. Example, season 4, The Initiative. Yeah. And Adam have been dumb, but it gives us Spike's Chip, Harmony, Tara, the beginning of Faith's redemption. So true. Joss assaulted James on set. Damn. Really? That I did not hear about. That's concerning. Oh god. Did you know Amber and Adam Warren dated? I did. That disturbed me profoundly. But hey, as long as, you know, they were both happy. But that's crazy. Joss definitely fits into the problematic fave category. Oh, yeah. Buffy suffers from lifelong depression, which informs her relationship with Spike in season 6 and 7. Yep, that's true. Babylon 5 is amazing. You will eventually recognize Mrs. Finch in it. Ooh, I would have loved a reaction to it, but I'm biased. I mean, yes, we want you to react to shows that we recommend. Welcome to the internet. Well, yeah. But I feel like sometimes you can be recommending shows for me to, like, watch on my own, I guess. What's something a bad guy did that you actually approved of or appreciated? I'm trying to think about our bad guys here. I don't think I approved of much of the Master. Willow killing Warren. There we go. I approved. I very much approved. They borrowed the Mantis costume from Babylon 5. Ooh. It was epic and original. Okay, guys, I think, yeah, you've caught up. I have caught up, and that feels really weird. And so I think this is like a natural segue for me to sort of like maybe dip, because I have been talking for 2 hours and a half, and that has been a little bit exhausting. Babylon 5 is set in the future, but like Serenity, not really about science fiction, since the Technic is not in focus. Okay, interesting. Garrick approves. Okay, Garrick. I don't know which part of it we're approving, but if you approve, then I approve as well. Would you consider reacting to some fan-made music videos about Buffy? Songs with Buffy scenes that go along with the lyrics, because there are some great ones. I made a couple too. See, that was actually my plan. Honestly, I did not expect, like, so many people to be here talking to me. So I was kind of planning on like watching a couple like fan videos and stuff. Like I was definitely gonna Google, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet, and I love watching fan videos. I was gonna Google it and we were gonna watch some together, but there was no time for that. You only caught up because you lost half of your viewers to the great buffering. I'm sorry, my internet, I don't know what to do about it though. Like I pay for solid internet, it's just, I guess, not that reliable. Am I still buffering a lot? I have no idea how smooth this live has been, but I appreciate you guys for like sticking here. Nikki was meant to play Malcolm from Firefly. Oh, no way. Approved bad guy action. Season 3 Spike speaking truth to Buffy and Angel's relationship. It's so hard to grapple with the crimes of pre-soul vampires, and the show does it really inconsistently. Yeah, Angelus terrorizes humanity for centuries. It's okay, that was when he didn't have a soul. Angelus terrorizes Sunnydale for a few months. Huge season 3 controversy about accepting him back. Yeah, I think the difference in between creating a whole new character for Angel and having Spike be the same, it really is inconsistent, and it doesn't help. Dr. Lipkin says, oh, I guess you'll have to do lives more often. Listen, if you guys are interested, just let me know, because this is fun. Texas says, thanks for the live chat. I can't even talk. You definitely walked through the fire rather than going through the motions. I love you once more with feeling. Sean says, no buffering for a while. That's good. Who would you rather be stuck in a room with out of the trio? Warren, so I could kill him. Rich says, yes, please react to Babylon 5. You will not regret it. Do you know that Faith was supposed to kiss Buffy on the mouth instead of on the forehead? I did not know, but I am not surprised. If you react to albums, The Velvet Chains, the Buffy EP, the song Strong, is a Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Nickmon says, my main problem with Spike is that Soulless Spike is too similar to Soul Spike. I think that nails it. It's like, it's hard to compare Spike and Angel when the show doesn't give them the same treatments. Like, it's impossible to compare Spike, like Soulless Spike, to Angelus, because it's just never been the same. Wonder says, hot take. So Jenny got mad at Giles for things he did in his youth, coming back to haunt him, but was also actively lying to the gang about why she was there. How do we feel? I feel like Jenny Calendar might have been a hypocrite, and I think I still love her for it, because I'm just, in love with her. So if she wants to lie, I'm down for her to lie. Just showing my endless support for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions. Okay, I'm listening. The other thing about sold versus pre-sold is that most of Angel Spike's actions are to people we don't know in the past. That's true. It makes it very hard. Because you asked, Hercules is 111 episodes preceded by 5 TV movies. Yes. I would feel different firsthand. Liam was not a good man. Are we talking Liam Catterson or Liam Duke? In any which case, I totally agree. William was, that's the difference. Interesting. Have we seen much of Liam? I'm trying to think that Liam wasn't a good guy. I'm intrigued. That comment got me intrigued. Domi, big simping for Jenny, got it. Come on, guys. I have a reputation to uphold. This shouldn't surprise anyone. I personally felt more betrayed by her than when we find out. I feel like my eyes, because I have this very strong light, are like giving out on me. I can't read. I personally felt more betrayed by her than when we found out why she was there to begin with. It was hypercritical to get so angry but expect forgiveness. Thanks for the chat. You handled it very well. Thank you, Rich. It's kind of weird to do a live stream, and I can't believe you guys are kind of still here. I do think I am going to dip though. Willow is a good person, Vamp Willow is not. Xander's a good person, Vamp Xander is not. That's not the point. Angelus was always worse than Spike because Angelus, like Angel's an emotional sadist, set free. Angel controls his sadism. While Spike just liked to have fun and prove he was a man in the toxic masculinity. Ozuke and Catterson are both good. Perhaps. I love my Liams. Okay, Osgard Loop, thanks for being here. Of course. Okay, guys, I will be heading off, but I thank all of you that decided to come here and share this with me. That was a lot less sad than I thought it was going to be, so thanks for keeping me entertained, because I have to say, while I was waiting to come on this live, I was so trying not to get up in my feelings and, you know, be sad the whole day. And this was definitely a distraction. I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. At least I had a lot of laughs. I don't think you guys were laughing a whole lot, but it was very nice. So I appreciate all of you. Connor was cute as a baby. Bye. Would be interesting. Ciao. Thank you, this has been fun. Thank you guys. Thanks for sharing it all. Have fun rewatching stuff. Oh, you know I will. You know I will. And I have a lot of plans for what I'm gonna do. Like, especially I would say on Patreon, only because I don't know how much of it is gonna translate to YouTube, but if it's doing well on Patreon, you know. But I definitely want to react to a bunch of, like, you know, Buffy content. Like, I still have videos about Buffy that are gonna be coming out. Let's just put it at that. I just start from 101 again. I literally might. I feel bad ending the stream, because if I end the stream, does that mean you guys can't talk in the chat anymore? Or does the chat go on if you guys want to keep talking? Dr. Domi says goodbye. Also, Domi stays for another hour reading people saying goodbye. I don't know how to leave. I feel rude. If people are still saying goodbye, I don't want to leave. It's like when you hang up the phone before someone says goodbye, it's like rude. Hopefully we get another drunk rewatch with Ali, Lexi, and Liam. Perhaps. Chat can go on if people stick around. Okay, well, if you guys can stick around in the chat, that means I am going to head out if I know how to stop this stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, you know, being with me in this whole journey. I can't do a whole speech right now because I was already all up in my feels this morning when I did a whole speech of thank you. So I'm just going to leave it at thank you. I'm going to say thanks to everybody who's, you know, was here for my very first live stream. That worked out better than I thought, you know. You know, I appreciate you guys. Okay, 3:30 in the morning. You people go sleep. I'm leaving. Bye-bye. In Minnesota, you have to say goodbye 3 times. Oh boy, I am in more than Minnesota.